We're here for the ride, this game is my life. Blockchain changed the way the funds fly. It's rolling, 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 rolling. What? It's rolling, 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 rolling.
Name's JC, fresh MC, taking over stages for Axie Infinity.
Work real frequently, clear thoughts recently. Web3 is easily how to live conveniently.
Blockchain is the name of the game. Cross the insane, remember the name.
Ronin in my history, stake daily victory. Takes the cake because fiat is so slippery. We're here for the ride, this game is my life. Blockchain changed the way the funds fly. It's rolling, 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 rolling. What? It's rolling, 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 rolling. Stake my coin like a Ronin, got my game under Ronin, get my throne under Ronin. Let's get it on. It's rolling, 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 rolling. What? It's rolling, 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 rolling. Learning from the past, only way to surpass. While Raw moves to the top, I'll make.
Imagine a colorful world. A place made of tribes ruled by skills and quests. No makeup, no limits, no boundaries. Just good games with a pinch of rewards and a lot of fun. Enter the universe of Tribally and discover the next generation of gaming. Reality is so old school. Escape from this world and join kindred people to build your space. Tribally. Play together, win together.
Hey. To everyone out there, I am something new, something powerful. You might call me a token, but I'm much more than that. I was born from the community, for the community. I represent the gamers, the loyal, the skillful, and the winners. I serve the creators, the pro players, and the builders. As our community grows in number, I too grow stronger. This is my destiny. This is what I've been programmed to do. My name is Tribal, and you'll see me soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tribe Contest The King. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I am Panda User. Today with me is Biku. That's a pretty nice picture you got there, Biku.
Hello,
How's
hello.
it
Yes,
going,
yes.
my
It's not
man?
just a picture; it moves. Actually, it's three
Oh,
different pictures that moves
ooh,
around. But yeah,
cool, cool, cool.
hello, hello.
I got really used to the whole, my persona thing, but it is what it is. I'm old school, meets the new generation, but that's good to know. Thank you so much for that it's moving. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us for today's event. I think this is going to be the first for the year, if I'm not mistaken, for the whole E4 tournament, brought to you by Tribally, the main sponsor of this event, if I'm not mistaken, Biko.
Oh yeah, starting this year off with a bang. 3rd of
Mm-hmm.
January, and we're already cooking up these crazy tournaments. So by the way, guys, if you guys haven't done it yet, you guys can already go to tribally.games to place your wagers in for the coming up matches.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the battle pass, you can bet for free, but also you can do USDC betting as well through base. So go ahead and do that if you haven't yet. So personally speaking, it's like this is gonna be a lot of fun. And I don't know some of these players or most of these players, so I'm just gonna be betting off their profile pictures. So yeah, we've got Snoopy over here. My aunt loves Snoopy, so I'm gonna do that. I know what Luffy is, and yeah, so that's how I'm gonna be placing my bets. What about you, Panda User?
Oh, honestly, I'm just rooting for, and I'm not much of a gambling man right now, but I will be rooting for the player who does the better play, of course. And why they make these plays, I'm really the old school type of guy. Like, if this player does it really well, I'm rooting for them all the way. If I see something very unique from a player, the inspiring play, as they would say, something unique coming from them, I will root for them all the way. And if I've seen them, they did what they could. Oh, dude, still,
That's
that's
true.
that's
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 true.
how I do things.
That's
For
true. I mean, at its core, it is kind of like
Mhm.
gambling. I mean, you're playing rock, paper, scissors, but it's like depending on how much
Yeah.
energy you have, and of course, how you play it, what your comp is at.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's going to be a real freaking exciting day today. We've
Mhm.
got a few games, and also, this is only chapter one of these players'
Oh yeah, definitely.
day. So, top six automatic right off the bat, $10 in tribally tokens. So if they lose twice, I'm sad to say you're gonna need to go home with experience. But
Yeah.
yep.
Hey, it is what
So
it
yeah,
is. But
there can't be winners if there are no losers, but let's just have some fun, do our best, and of course, there's no actual losers here. You guys get to play your best game of the year at the start of the year. And of
definitely.
course, there's still going to be more to come. This is not the last. If I'd known E4E and Tribally, as far as I've known already for I think 2 years now, they just keep cooking and cooking and cooking. Is it overcooked? Doesn't matter. We throw it away and make a way better cook the next day.
Yeah, definitely, because these players, and even though they don't win, they're just going home with the experience. Because
Absolutely.
but at the end of the day, especially since it's like a solo type of thing, they may not be in a group. Let's say, because we see them right now. There's a Storm and Zab, Asiam, Windy. They don't have like clan tags, but maybe they do. But at the end of the day, as a player, especially if it's just you playing these things, and you don't get like to have experience like this. Yeah, it's much better to always keep joining tournaments, especially you build up experience, build up what you know, always study on what
Hmm.
the meta is,
Of
especially
course.
since this is Axie. Am I bringing the correct type of play? Am I doing the correct type of play is always a factor. And aside from, I'm bringing the meta.
Yes.
uh, Even if you do bring the meta, but you don't make the correct play, then there's something wrong.
That's true. Even though you're net decking like a mother ducker, like at
Yeah,
the end of the day, if you don't know your matchups, you
yes.
just
If
get
you don't know
screwed.
your matchups, yes, definitely. And I love that. I love that. In this day and age, especially since at the end of the day, all you can do is blame yourself,
That's true, and
and
that's what I
that's
like
the very
sometimes about
harsh
this.
truth of
Sometimes that's
this.
why I pick single player games more than like 5v5s, like Dota or
Hmm.
League of Legends. Like I would rather just be playing TFT because at least at the end of the day, it was
It's
me
just
who screwed
you.
up. You
It's
know? Yeah.
but but of course, in regards to that, even though you only have yourself to blame at the end of the day, you build up experience. What can I do better? What should I have played better? Uh, how I can win against the odds is also a thing, because
Mhm.
there have been games before where, man, I feel so old saying this, that even though they're playing against the meta,
Mhm.
players can actually still win with what they
Mm,
have.
that's
And
true.
I've seen it done before countless of times, especially since when V2 was on the verge of like the rise of it.
Mhm.
Like, we saw what players were bringing before in V1. Like, oh, everybody's playing the meta, everybody's playing this and that. But when it came to V2, oh, everything changed. Like, the players were cooking up something.
That's
But
true
yeah,
because there's always going to be a certain fundamentals to the game
hmm,
that is still that still gives you a higher advantage, especially if you're
definitely.
well versed with that. Okay, so by the way, guys, in this current format, everybody gets to bring 9 different axes to the table. Is there going to be bans? No, there's not going to be bans in the early part of the games. This is not single elimination. This is a
Best of,
double elimination, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
only going to be a best of one per
Yeah.
matchup. And at the very finals, whoever is at the winners bracket finals will get to ban an axis or 3 axes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think I
All
think
right, but
it's
there will be bannings. There
yeah, there
will
will
be
be
bannings.
bannings, of course.
All right, all right.
But
So
as I've seen from what previous tournaments, from E4E's standpoint, is either they're banning at least one from their major lineup, because that one axie can actually be a game breaker for the comps, because
mhm,
it really relies upon one axie to be used. If you want a major advantage, yeah, that's definitely going to be the swift pointer right there.
that's true. I mean, I'm already looking at both of these. Like, what could be the most valuable ban here? It could be the Reflectile, or it could be the Aqua with the cattail. That looks like his
Mhm.
best front line. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's multiple different comps with that spear or lunge. I forgot the I forgot the name of that. I forgot the name of that move, but that move set in twos could potential taking one away might potentially screw up a lineup. But again, this is only a 1 game per match, so
Mhm.
a lot is at stake. So if they were to have bans, that's what I'm thinking that they would do. Like maybe if they screw up the front line, um, the very pillar of their defenses in the beginning, because early game matters just as much as the mid to late game.
Of course, and yeah, usually when rounds also do start, as I noticed as well, especially when games tend to drag on. I think it's correct saying that it really will matter at the middle of the match, but
Mhm.
this is where like uh, some of the pressure starts piling on, because if the cards you don't have appear sorry if the cards that you actually need don't appear, that's really gonna mess you up, especially since even though you've brought what you've needed for the round, if the cards don't show up, then it's really gonna be a problem.
Absolutely. That's why, like, yeah, bricking, right? Bricking is definitely
Yep.
something sad to see, especially if you don't get your cattail early on. So yeah, cattail is visible on both sides, so we can see how valuable this card really is, because getting those card draws, getting as much potential plays every game is
Yep.
definitely good. All right, so we already have Zab versus Tormin. All right, so Tormin playing a triple aqua, so both of them already have cattails. So, like we said, and it doesn't seem to have any value except for the sandal on the side of Zab to
Mhm.
get some cattail value here. But looking at the starting hand, okay, all right. So shuffling through,
Oh,
really
yeah,
big
nice
opener, just
big
ejecting
opener.
all of the energy right off the bat. So leaving his front line with 161. I think he has enough to actually pop this front line, but let's see how he decides to play this. So I don't think he's gonna go for the Goda to break any type of energy, but yeah, right.
No.
I don't think he would risk that. I don't think he would risk that. But we do see the eggshell that could transfer all the damage to the bird.
Yeah, to the bird.
Yeah, exactly. So 2 energy doesn't really threaten the bird that much. So yeah, I think he's Zab right now is in a really good position with 5 mana. He can literally blow up the front line, but both of them just opt to skip.
Ooh, yeah. Scarce Curse, so they don't regenerate, prevents the healing right there. Yeah, definitely. You said that the taking down the front line is also a priority. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, redirecting to the back. Okay, triple threat. That's a free energy right there and the damage. Oh no, but it went into last stand. Oh my goodness. I really just remembered the last stand modes right there. But yeah, okay. More armor. And wow, that's immediately a KO on that turn right there. And I
Yeah, the
think
teal shell meta has been erupting ever since the changes that they've made towards it. You deal damage based
Yeah.
on the amount of armor.
critically
and a
hit!
crit!
Crit!
And
Oh
just
my
makes it all so
goodness!
easy.
Yeah, it
Zeb
does.
in this very position is just taking it all right now. He gets the boost to speed, but does he have enough to actually pop the front right here right now? And does his front line have enough damage to just end this game? He just needs 2 cards to end this all. And yes, that's
Yeah,
more than 2.
That's more than enough.
And that's the first game right then and
Yeah.
there. Torben will be sent to the Shadow Realm. So yeah, to the to the losers bracket, and Zeb
Love it.
will move forward into this match. So yeah,
Oh my
quick
goodness.
matches today.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, when I said that you needed the cards and breaking, oh yeah, forgot to mention there's critical hitting.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's something also, to put into consideration. But again, pretty much I think again, so old to be saying this, but I guess the three Aqua's lineup right there never really went out of style, and it's really been there in time memorial. But yeah,
That's
okay.
true.
We're going into the rounds right now, and we see Zab going into round number 2. They're going to at least again. They're either going to be facing off against Asim or Windy.
That's true.
But yeah,
So
and
whoever
then
they
Dorman, we
face
see it
into
in
the Shadow
losers
Realm,
round 1.
and who will be facing Zab as well. Yeah, that's what we call the lower bracket.
Yeah.
We call it the Shadow Realm.
Love it, dude. Oh my
All right.
gosh.
So yeah, I'm gonna check on my bets, see if I actually got it.
Yeah,
Alright.
because you started betting on Tribally. But yeah, guys, just remember, since we're on stream right now, for those of you in the Twitch stream right now, you can type !challenge to see and to see the Tribally link, and head over to tribally.games, and you can bet on the match right now, and you can see it. You can see the players there that who do you think will be winning on the rounds to come, and then basically reap the rewards of your betting, or you can join the players in the Shadow Realm since you lost the betting. I don't know. Sorry.
So
Awkward.
since we're so you have mentioned, like, okay, so you haven't played classic in a while. So yeah, So the teal shell meta has just been blowing up because the amount of damage you deal is based on the amount of armor that you build up.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
I saw it right there, the boom.
yeah, so it's
Anyway,
so it's
yeah, go
really
ahead.
one big boost. So you I guess you also talked about the aqua meta way back then, because yeah, aquas
Yeah,
were
the
very
triple
overbred
aqua.
because people thought like AAP was the way to go. But looking at this current one, it's literally night and day, and we are actually seeing a
Yeah.
sprinkle of bugs in there as well. Asham only playing, okay, he is playing two aquas, but on the other hand, Windy is playing one aqua, unless that that one on the upper left is also an aqua, could be a mech, but
Uh,
looks like an aqua to me.
it's definitely an aqua because you have the blue body right there.
That's
Because
true.
if it was like say Windies, and
Mhm.
I remember this correctly, it's if it's either they're like silverish or grayish.
All right. So yeah, and then with Asham, okay. So with Asham, just I think the main play to go for this is seeing their both of their comps right now. Seeing as how we've got double aquas, potentially we're gonna see double aquas, but the bird has
Hmm.
been making some plays in previous games that I have seen so far. I've seen the YGG tournaments, and looking at what they could potentially play, maybe a triple. Man, I'm just kidding. I was gonna go for like maybe you could go for triple plant. No, that's that's
Triple
not
plant.
practical, but it has been done maybe in
It's been done
ladder.
before. Well, okay. If we're talking about ladder, it's a completely different thing because I've seen triple plants work before in a tournament setting, and it actually beat the the triple aqua setting. But the thing is, when the time that it like boomed up, people
Mhm.
were trying to counter the triple plant meta
Mhm.
because it was out of control because these plants were targeting the fastest axis. It was literally one hitting them. Well, not really one hitting them, but literally one KO turning them. So it was like, oh my goodness, how do we go by, you know, taking out the triple plant meta from the
That's true. I
board?
mean, I think it's loosely based on like popularity, because what was popular back in the day was the plant beast bird
Yeah, yeah.
comp, and once
It
you
was. It
pop the plant
was.
at the front, like literally the beast and the bird are just easy pickings, because like they're just three aqua cards each, and they're already good. So looking back at that and how the
Mhm.
meta has shaped and evolved, we are seeing sustained metas. So Windy and Asham are look if you look at the both of their bugs, they're
Yeah.
literally the same. So they have
It's
parasite, they have mosquito, and of course also the snail shell.
snail
Yeah.
shell.
So how did they counter AAP back in the day? It was through Terminators, and I believe it was somebody from the Tribally team that actually started the whole Terminator thing. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, and then that also became popular, and then like AAP versus Terminator, but it
Yeah.
wasn't completely unbeatable, but it was they made it extremely difficult.
Yeah, because it was basically like a struggle on how to like counter this, but also at the same time, it wasn't completely unfair to go against. That's why was as we're trying to point out here. But seeing as how people have like adapted, not really, adapted and evolved into a new axie.
Hmm.
It's nice to see at least people still, experimenting slash making breakthroughs with these, axie parts, especially since, to take control against, a meta that's been like, it's really annoying. But yeah,
All
okay,
right,
here we
and
go with the
we're
game number
back.
two.
So bets are in already. So we've got 20 viewers right now in the chat. Hello, everybody. So if you're just new here, don't forget to go to tribally.games to make sure to get your bets in and win some stuff in there as well. All right. So he is going for the AAP. Oh my goodness. Okay. AAP. So plant with the rice at the front. What an interesting comp here. So he is actually looking to try to snipe out maybe just the plant at the front, making sure that he has all the tools he needs to get through these bulky boys here. Because seeing as how the teal shell mid is susceptible to things that that will reduce its armor, the spiky wings is a good play. So I
Yes.
think Asham might have this in the bag, but I am very curious on how sorry, what's his name?
Windy on the left.
Wendy's nuts. Let's
No!
go.
No! Oh my goodness.
I'm just playing.
All good, all good.
I saw an opportunity, so I took it. But yeah.
You took it. My goodness, I feel old for falling for that.
No, you don't look old at all. What are you talking about? You're like you're in your late 20s or something.
That's a secret I'll let you find out. But yeah, oh my goodness. But it's actually great that I'm still at least seeing most of the axes that I'm familiar with, especially since the meta right now. Well, the one that's very new for me is for Windy's second axis in the row right there. Okay, Night Steal, definitely a good opener right there in Prickly Trap.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness,
at the end of
that
it all,
is
they
also a
do
lot of
still have
damage.
equal energy as well. So
Mhm.
decent amount of damage. You're right. And the spiky wings is also present. So I think he is not currently threatened. I think Asham is in a really good position because he's not threatened to get any of his energy being stolen. Just
Yeah.
because I mean, unless he wants his his Dawn to get sniped out. And there it is. Oh my goodness, he did not capitalize on the fact that he did not have anything to
Ooh.
play on there, but he does still get the kill and an energy out of the deal. So I'm not sure if this was a win-win or it was just a lose-lose, but he did lose one unit there and also has the same amount of mana.
Yeah.
He just goes in, takes out some. That was a questionable move. I don't know why
It
he would go
was,
ahead and
yeah.
do that though. Maybe to get some energy out
Yeah,
or
I
get some
think
cards out of his hand. I'm not
No.
sure.
He didn't really break as I see it, so it's like it's a bit weird to say the least.
He didn't really
even-
break. Yeah,
No,
you're right.
he didn't
didn't
break. But I think he misplayed it in some way, and now it's just going to collapse for Windy right here. Buzzing Wind, not really enough, but
Yeah, it's just in the
Asiam
bag
is
right now
faster.
for
Yeah.
Asham. All right. So the opening hand is very important, but I don't think Windy saw the fact that he did have somewhat of a chance after seeing that the second turn he ended up like letting Asham actually gave a chance to Windy to use some cards in the front line. He could have popped the front line as well.
Yeah.
Some questionable moves. There was the shrimp along with the
Yeah, because
what was that?
like,
the hungry bird,
it
early
was
bird?
yeah. It was like the cheat and jump just to get to the back line, but it was like, what were you trying to do there? Like, were you trying to damage the back line or?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
like,
there wasn't lethal there at all. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't.
yeah, that was definitely in the bag for Asham, which he will now be facing the first round winner, Zab, and Torment and Windy is going to have a nice date in the Shadow Realm. And coming up next is going to be Pratap and Hebi.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, again, from that last match was a bit of questionable plays there from Windy, but, hopefully when we do see them playing on the losers round one, where we can see at least maybe they can play it much better. But,
That's true. I
it's
think-
always a good luck to them.
I think after
Yeah,
the
go.
first round, literally, I think after the first set of plays was made already, Wendy already recognized that this is unwinnable. Like he got me, but did not, he didn't believe in himself enough, I guess, to see that. Okay, so he bricked apparently, can't even kill the front line. You got a few cards in as well.
Okay.
You stole an energy, and yeah, I think if he played it a bit better in the second phase, in the second round, he could have actually gotten some more value out of that and might
Yeah.
potentially give him the win. But yeah,
He,
that's Axie.
Mhm. Yeah, I was surprised that he wanted to destroy the energy over like stealing first,
Hmm.
because Night Steal could have been played first, then the break energy. Sorry, the card that was used there. So it's like, uh, I guess he didn't want to get. I guess Windy didn't want to get his energy stolen as well at the same time,
Hmm.
because you're thinking about that play as well. But I guess it is what it is moment right there, especially like there was just a play order, and then aside from that, it was the fact that the questionable chitin jump, because maybe it's a fat finger moment right there, because he only played two cards. He could have played at least three to
Hmm.
take care of the back line, but yeah.
Yeah.
You, as you mentioned it yourself, it was a brick moment as well.
It was a brick moment. It was also a bad read moment, in my opinion.
Yeah, a bad read moment,
A bad read
definitely.
moment. Like he didn't know that he didn't have the cards to actually take out the front first,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it just led to that. So looking at the current lineup, still the same bug that is around, and Pratap. I think these two are just throwaway axes. I think the last two, but the main axes
Yeah,
are on the
definitely.
first
There's
first
some
seven
throwaways there.
axes, I believe. Yeah.
Because again, players are required to bring like nine axes, and
Hmm.
there's definitely one in the bunch that's going to be like, oh, this is throwaway. It's just here to fill in the void.
That's true. That's true. When you're already done with
Because
your 50 card deck and you still have eight
yeah,
slots, like
but I guess when it came to the format, this was like introduced like COVID era times, where
mm,
the whole format was like, oh, okay, we're going to introduce something, a unique system where we can ban axes, and then we can uh, start with this format. Like, and when it was also on those days, it was actually, in my opinion, revolutionary, because it was like, oh, okay, we have a new format. We don't get to see these over and over again. Now we
mhm.
get to see bannings. Now we get to see how how what players think, what players do on these bans. Oh, okay, this specific axie ruins my lineup. We're gonna ban this. Oh, this specific axie is actually really good, etc., etc. Because it was the real breath of fresh air, and I think right now it still really works in the
Yeah, and,
format that we see today.
and interestingly enough, to see comps that were very strong back in the day, just not showing up, like Jumping Lasson, like Terminator. We
Yeah,
don't even see those anymore,
nah,
and
it's
it's interesting
gone.
how the meta just evolves that way. To see things that usually dominates the top of the leaderboard to just this, or maybe it just doesn't work in a tournament format. Maybe it just because if they ban that one axie, like the potency of the poison is just gone, right?
Yeah, and especially since we see like the triple poison. It, the poison lineups were something of a revolutionary thing, where if you could delay the game, and this was like V2 style days where it was really introduced. Like, if they can hold the front, especially since it's a poison lineup, and then you just keep on stacking the poison, and then it'll just hurt the next turn.
Hmm.
That's how the games usually went. But whereas we see now, after three turns, like boom, everything's gone.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so yeah, we're seeing shrimp over and over again.
Mhm.
We see a lot of eggshells as well. So front to back may still be somewhat of a meta when it comes to aqua lineups, but most of the time you'll see people just bypassing the front yam, and you don't really get that much value off of the poison too.
Definitely, because it's really something that it was good to see at the first few like tournaments because these were really nice. Like, oh wow, this poison play was actually really good. But now, it got to a point where, my goodness, they're just delaying the match. They're just like stacking heals. They're stacking poisons. It's
Hmm.
like it drags on. It's like I think the longest was where it was just one round and it reached like 20 minutes at most.
Hmm.
And this was way back, and it was like, oh
Was it
man,
the healing comp? I think.
yeah, it was the healing comp. It was like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
we
guys,
haven't
please,
seen Blood Moon today yet. If we can make bets
yeah,
on
yeah.
instances in a tournament, hey, will we see a Blood Moon
Will we see a
in this
blood
entire
moon?
tournament?
That's actually a good thing to bet on right there. Will we see a blood moon? Yes or no?
Yeah, I
But-
think more bets instead of just betting on who's gonna win. I think hey Tribally, hey Rare is in the chat. Maybe that's something that we could put in there, like instances like this. If this person is gonna play this card or which Axie is gonna die first, have some flexibility on what people
Hmm.
can bet on. Maybe $1 here, $1 there. Who knows? I mean, they're
Yeah.
doing it already in some games as well. Like in League of Legends, is Faker gonna pick this champ, pick that champ? Is Faker gonna be getting first blooded or
Hmm.
or taking first blood? So yeah, lots of possibilities in Tribally. So if you haven't yet, Tribally.games, you guys.
Yeah, and then basically also the main sponsor for this tournament. Thank you guys as well. And we're going
Ooh,
into the
opting
game
for
right
the bug.
now.
Okay. Okay. So opting for the bug here also has the bird, so he is ensured that an eggshell will definitely get it to go to the back line. Both are threatening to take out an energy. Game hasn't started yet, but there is a double energy steal on the side of I'm sorry, Axie Axie Scholar number one. Okay, so their in-game name is different from the tournament name. All good. Pratap is his name. Prathap, if I'm not mistaken. Um, depending on the cards that they do have, that could make things a lot different. There's not much potential to pop the front really early. Even though he could get a three card combo, he could go for the Grub's Sandal, or just straight up just steal a card or something. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
still to be seen. I think the biggest problem that Pratap could be facing here is the midline Dawn with the pumpkin and the Tia
Yeah.
shell. Right?
That's basically going to either it can stop the momentum because especially since the stun and the life steal is right there, and potentially can discard cards from Heavy's lineup right there because we all know that if you discard cards can also break like a combo momentum,
Mhm.
especially in any lineup right here.
Yeah, it does look kind of one-sided because looking at the bird and also looking at the shrimp on the side of Heavy's comp. Yeah, okay, takes one energy from that as well. So yeah, so 3 to 4 energy. Now, somewhat of an advantage, I guess, on the side of Heavy at the moment. Maybe an eggshell play could save us all. And yep, that one card, this still might not be enough. Actually, it is enough. Okay, so that is a kill on the front line. Heavy does decide to actually skip here. Oh, okay, my bad. I thought that Yoda was on the side of Pratap. So both front lines are still not popped, but the energy advantage is still on Heavy.
Yeah, I think both players are really trying to play it smart right there. I think the piercing sound is definitely going to be enough. Even though that piercing sound did go through, there's still a good amount of energy for Heavy. Next turn, definitely be a burst if they could, especially since one Axie is down. If they can get it, because they definitely will need to take down the Dusk front of Prathap right there.
That's
because again, this insect on the side of Pratap is definitely going to be very very annoying. Okay, looks like a triple threat. An egg bomb with peace treaty. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Is
so
it
he
going
does
to
take
be
out the
enough?
back line, but the problem
Yeah, it's
for the
enough.
Dawn is still going to be the bug in the middle. Forced to use that pumpkin. And will this be a kill? No, not
No,
really.
no,
No,
no.
it's
It's
not.
not
Okay,
enough.
cool.
It's not enough because
So the threat of the bird is gone, but there is no
yeah,
eggshell to actually get some damage out of there. Okay, next turn is up, but he does get the eggshell, does get a skip, and also get some heals onto his midline. And yeah, so as we've already said earlier in the beginning, Pratap
yeah,
is in a massive disadvantage here. But if he can play this well, I think there's a possibility that he can win this. But once it becomes a 1v1 with the midline Dawn with the teal shell, it might not just be,
yeah.
it might not look good. But
I think
this
yeah,
is still Axie. This is still a guessing game on what the other guy has and what the other guy doesn't. And with 2 energy advantage on the side of Pratap, I think there's more potential for him to making a comeback here.
yeah. So, oh, he's actually just redirecting it. Hopefully, those third glances go on the middle. Okay, this card, not enough to take down, but still good amount of damage that happened right there. Bit of a
Oh my
distribution.
goodness!
Oh my
Doesn't get a
goodness, he
single
really,
catfish on
yeah,
the front on the midline Dawn there. So I think the backline is gonna go down, and he does somewhat has an advantage for himself. But there is still the teal shell, and of course, once he does end up getting the catfish, it might just end up being GG. Doesn't combo it with a teal shell
Ooh,
though. Okay,
yeah,
that's a ton of damage that's just unused. So it doesn't end up popping the sticky goo,
yeah.
but this
It
could
looks
just
like
be it. Okay, the teal shell is gonna break that. Uses the Oktoberfest as well. So yeah, this is where we're already seeing it. But he does get the third glance to take out the
oh, we saw a blood moon. It's
catfish. Oh my
happened.
God, blood moon! All
It's
right,
happened.
bets are in. We won, guys. We've finally seen a blood moon this game. So it is now
Yeah,
a battle of who can out sustain who. But given the fact that Heavy does have the first turn, the first strike every round, it might prove difficult for Pratap to actually
yeah.
make a comeback here. Is this
I
enough?
think. Oh, it's not. I think for Pratap here, he should have avoided like using because okay, breaking it down right there. I think Pratap could have at least had a bit more of a chance if he didn't like overuse his cards, if I'm not mistaken. Because
Mm-hmm.
of course, you're free to say this to me, but um, I don't think he needed to use his cottontail right there for the energy. He could have at least like have it on his hand
Mm-hmm.
because that actually did not have a draw mechanic. And as far as I know, you're limited to drawing a limited number of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would have been better if at least one of the cottontails would still be in hand. Don't overuse it, so you don't draw it again.
I see, I see. So you keep your deck thin, so at least keep
Yes,
getting consistent, more consistent
yes.
cards. Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, that is definitely true. And hmm, I mean, looking back,
Uh,
it was all such a blur because they were playing fast. But yeah, you got a
yeah, they were
point there.
playing fast because it was like they were like shuffling left and right. It was a bit of a rush, especially
Hmm.
for Pratap. And this is like coming from experience where I'm not gonna get these cards again. I'd rather that I'd save it on the side because I have the advantage of actually discarding cards, if you know
Hmm.
what I mean. Um, could have at least played into that, maybe combo it with another,
Hmm.
the snail goo right there because you have a chance to stun your enemy as well. But I guess okay, going into like Heavy's lineup right there, they actually had the armor to prevent the damage, which was also a bit pesky. But
That's true. That's true. I
I
mean, I
guess
think
it's a
that's why we're
thing
seeing
to
a lot more.
mull, yeah,
Yeah, I
mull
think
on
that's why we're seeing a
another
lot more
time.
spiky wing comps coming
Mm,
out into this tournament because they are expecting the teal shell meta to be popping up here and there. Looking at this, oh,
yeah,
okay, so no teal shell on the side of Blazing Evil. A lot of very common builds that we have seen in the past. We've got the anemone here. Maybe it's gonna be a double anemone bird. Maybe it's gonna be a blast from the past. It was off
yeah.
meta until it
Actually,
became meta.
Those were actually really good. What do you call this? Well, for aquas especially, but I think the swallow was a bit better. Sorry, my wording. A bit better. Uh, because the regeneration from it was actually a much more needed thing just for the survivabilities of aquas. But of course, what was going through the player's mind, throughout the survivability of like aquas before, because they're really like they're really thin papers. Like I actually would get taken down by a bird comp really easily, even though I had the ability to go faster than a bird axie. It still is like a bit of a mind-boggling thing there. Like, oh man, I'm getting taken down immediately. I have to think of a way to survive and the next turn.
That's
So per se, but the swallow was really something revolutionary for other axes, like especially for the mechs. It
true.
was a thing there, here and there. But of course, a little bit of trial and error in the field, if that's what I'm saying.
Of course, of course. And back then it was a very expensive trial and error. So those who could actually afford to experiment that well. So yeah, I'm not sure if you've caught on to this, but evolution is already in here.
Yeah,
We also have
definitely.
metamorphing axes, but it's not available in what the hell am I looking at? Am I looking at a double bird aqua? Is this
Yes,
a throw
yes, you
game?
are. Yeah.
Or is this
I
real?
don't
I'm
know.
sorry. Can someone in the chat tell me that this is a real comp? So this I
This is
wasn't ready
something I
for.
have not seen even in my time. Honestly, no, I haven't seen this.
Okay, I mean, I do see the double top definitely can get around the teal shell here, but of course he does still have healing. The frontline aqua with the I forgot what this is called. I think it's is it zigzag or is this vegan?
This is a monstrosity.
Vegetarian.
I just
That's
see
what
Twitch
this is, a
right now,
monstrosity.
dude.
That's what it is. Oh, okay. Maybe he is going for. Maybe he is gonna go for the counter for this teal shell. Maybe this is some sort of comp that we've never seen in the past. They do have double post fight in hand, so that's literally free damage. But is it actually gonna be enough to pop this front line?
Oh my goodness. So Blaze has to really play it smart, especially if you're going for this type of comp that damages your own. Oh my goodness, it's like, yeah, they both skipped the first turn. It's because, oh dude, I really need to play this smart. Yeah, because all out shot, yep, there you go. The damage right there is really gonna mess me up.
Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
I
Okay, so
don't
he
think
is
you
gonna
really
go for
need,
the
yeah,
kill here, but is it enough? I think it is enough. I think he has enough cards to
yeah,
actually
yeah.
kill off the front line. Front line is gonna be using 2 cards. Oh,
Oh,
oh my
it's being
goodness! And the
green.
double talk survives. Oh my goodness! But it isn't still. But it is still in danger from a shrimp backline snipe. So
Yeah, it
the
is. It's
one tool that
definitely.
he has to actually keep it alive, maybe he could get an eggshell in there. No, okay. So he
No,
ended
no,
up
no.
not jumping and killing the backline. I guess he has some time to do it instead. But
Oh
he does
wow.
take out the frontline aqua, so it's now double bird versus an aqua and a dawn. And which one goes first? It's the
Black
backline.
Meat, of
Okay, so he
course,
ends up
because he
not
wants to
getting
get
the double top.
rid
The,
of it,
the
I
one tech
guess.
that he has to actually take out the frontline aqua could actually get this though.
But it's really hard actually. Oh, he overplayed it.
Oh my goodness. Well, he
Yeah. Well,
did.
he did.
Yeah.
It's like I think he was just trying to play into like more armor, more protection right there, because especially since you have all out shot. My goodness, you're
Mhm.
gonna have to really play this smart. And I think just one misplay, the soothing song, didn't really need to put that in the mix, because it's like, man, it's like overkill.
Yeah, it was very overkill. Used up way too much energy on that one play, but yeah, he really recognized the kill there. So at the end of it all, so our second round can now begin. So losers round one. In the shadow realm, we've got Tormund versus Windy, and Pratap versus Blazing Evil,
Coming
and
from
then
you,
round
man.
two, Azab and Asham goes again, and then Heavy and Sake. Dang. All right.
Yep. But I guess man, that actually took the wind out of me. It's because man, someone's running all out shot in this day and age. Like oh, someone wants to go or rather, I don't want to go up against what do you call this, the armor compositions right there. My goodness, man, there was a day and age where that was really really strong as well. I think oh my goodness, like the inception of Axie, where that was a really strong lineup. But now it's like, ooh, you're risking a lot running that in that type of sense. But I do think it still works in some way. But oh
Mm.
my goodness, and
I mean, I think
it's
it's
really
just a
tough.
better Reflectile, in my opinion, because Reflectiles are
Yeah,
just known for
Reflectile. Oh my
dealing a ton of
goodness.
damage back to you just by, just by not doing anything by playing it. But this time around, you can have defenses up and be able to attack them if they end up not popping it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's very disgusting. I think I see the vision. I think I see the vision. I don't think it was a throwaway comp. I'm not sure. Maybe if he had a spiky wing in his lineup, he could have done something there because
Mm,
there's no bans here. So he
yeah, there's no
definitely knows
bans.
that the teal shell was going to be played.
All right. So look at the lineup right now. It's going to be Zab versus Asham, round two. Round two.
Okay, so
Mm.
it's not as okay. It is kind of a heavy teal shell here. He
Course.
does have the reptile back as well, but doesn't have a catfish. So there's not going to be that much healing here. And on the other hand, he does have the perfect aqua. I'm sorry, is that a Dawn? It is a Dawn. It's a
Diba?
Dawn with a cotton tail, and of course the catfish and the pumpkin to boot. So yeah, looking at Asham, I think he doesn't really need to go for
Oh,
he doesn't need to go for the midline armor, probably, but could just be the spiky wing.
oh, okay. So we're getting word that I think that match will be on hold for a while. So, um, w- yeah. But yeah, seeing as how things are with everything, it's been going really quick. I'm not gonna lie. But uh, what are your thoughts on everything so far, Biko?
I think we're gonna see a lot more teal shells. I think we're gonna see
More armor.
a lot more shrimp backline snipers. But we have already seen a ton of what do you call this?
Hopefully not
The
misplaced.
bug as well. I think they were prepping that for maybe when bans are gonna be in, because obviously I think the teal shell could just be an auto ban in the future. But
Yeah,
seeing as
nobody wants to
how
deal with so much armor, dude.
right, you don't want to deal with that many armor, especially if you don't have spiky wing or double talk. So yeah, the
Mm.
double talk comp could have worked, but he wasn't getting it, and he literally used the one double talk he got the entire game just to pop the front line.
All right, so we're getting confirmation right now. The match we're going to be seeing is, yeah, there we go, Torment versus Windy.
All right. So Torment versus Windy. So we're gonna go for the Shadow Realm bracket first, and we do see that there is no Teal Shell comp
Yeah,
on the
no.
side of Torment. However, he does have a Spiky Wing Aqua that could literally just wreck that entire comp by itself.
I'd love
And
to see that mech be
yeah,
played, though, honestly. Uh, but it's
hmm,
not completely like, game breaking for Torment. I think I mean, it might be a throwaway. It might.
I think if he plays it right, I think he can definitely win. But seeing the lack of seeing the lack of energy breaking or energy stealing
Yeah.
might just reduce the threat that he poses towards Windy. Windy could
Okay.
literally just stack up a lot of energy, just go for it
Let's
in one go. But that is still to be seen. For Windy, I think he needs to play something with a cattail. Looking
yeah.
at Torment, he does have a heavy beast or bug card ratio when it comes to the lineups that he has. He has Spiky Wing, he has the Scarab, he has the Arco, and as for Windy, not a lot of that side unless he decides to actually play the bug this time around, which I doubt, because if you have that Aqua with the teal shell, um, you probably won't need it ever.
Yeah, you're right about that. And again, it's always how players go through their mindset versus because again, I think you mentioned this like a few minutes ago. Like these players are literally playing rock paper scissors with their compositions, and they go through it to the point that I want to play like the perfect matchup and win like the 50-50 moment where oh, I'm playing paper, you're playing rock,
That's
but
true, but in some of these
yeah.
lineups, you kind of see it. Some guys playing rock paper scissors, and you've only got rock, and that's a problem.
That's true. Definitely, that's why it's like, oh yeah, rock. I'm gonna, bullet stone my way through everything
I
because
mean,
he's usually, the rock always wins.
it could
Despite
work. It could work.
defense. Yeah, it
Rock
could work.
can smash paper if angled properly.
If angled properly. But again, I think it's always like the process again of players of how they play the cards, how they save the cards as well, not drawing the card over again, so it's not completely useless. Because again, I've mentioned this in like the first the second game where you don't want to be overdrawing the same card over again. This is what players should always be watching out for. I think that's definitely a tip that every player should know, despite you being a pro or be you a beginner. That save your cards so you don't draw them again, and it doesn't literally break on I needed the damage. Oh no, I needed a life steal. Oh, I
Mhm.
needed an armor, and that's where actually the pumpkin falls under, because it's really good because it when you break it, you draw a card. I remember that because that's what I see when these lineup. Of course, when we
Mhm.
said that a rock can win, that's definitely something that can really uh, really ruin matchups, because oh my goodness, there's so much armor. What can I do against this?
That's true. I
But
am interested in seeing maybe a scaly spear comp here. I am
mm,
seeing I do see the three scaly spears because for Tormund's side,
for
it doesn't
tournament
make
side,
sense for him to actually play this frontline Aqua, though it did I guess it did some damage in the previous game, but well, it's still an Aqua. And
it's yeah,
when these comp is heavy on bird and aqua cards. So if he does decide to play the frontline aqua, that might just that might just pose a problem. But maybe if he goes for
mm,
the scaly spear, I think he's in a better position. But when it comes to dealing damage later into the late game, maybe Windy just has it in the bag. So I like this. This feels like a 50-50. This doesn't feel like one side has better odds than the other. He may have the meta aqua on his team, but at the end of the day, we still have spiky wings. We have the necessary
yeah,
tools, and of course, a bricking still happens here as well. Because if he does go for the scaly
definitely,
spear, that negates the card draw from the cattail. That negates let's see that, and he also has the ant tail, so he can
yeah.
literally just zoom through the front line, go for the back line instead, and he's not going to be expecting it. So Windy might end up having to be forced to use his midline cards just to protect himself rather than to be offensive.
Mm.
So there's so much potential here. There's so much potential here, but we can't say for sure because it's still the luck of the draw, the heart of the
Yeah,
cards, as they say.
it's definitely something that when the draws come into play, it's annoying to see, especially if it doesn't go to your way. But it really do be like that. Like it's not rainbows and sunshine when it comes to draws. Like it can happen once in a while. It's nice to see, but of course, where's the fun in like having it all the time? I think it's fun if where players find a way to make a better play, to get themselves out of these sticky situations. It's
Mhm.
always something that players always have to adapt to, like oh, okay, I'm going to play this so I can draw into this. I can do this so I can go all in. It's always the matter of facts that can definitely happen in this type of game.
Yeah, I think that's also why, like, And to that point, I think that's also why the Rimp Beast has been just phased out of the meta like
Yeah,
completely. I think ever since the past,
I
because literally it's you're
kind of
playing
miss
hoping and
that,
praying that you
honestly.
do
Yeah.
get the Rimp combo early on. And at least with this type of play, this type of matchup, if you don't high roll, you at least get to play whatever to pop the front line regardless.
Yeah, definitely something that can, happen, because um I think that if there was the type of beast that could really break like all those shields, it's been a while since I've seen actually something like that. Actually, even though been getting like glimpses of games during the last year, the beast is really like fallen off of you know the meta, as we've been seeing it. But uh, I would have liked to see it be into play, but the thing is, like, there's too many aquas that really deal the damage as well. It's like, do you really want to run a beast that doesn't have any protection, like a
Yeah.
glass cannon that doesn't have the versatility except for go through the front? Not like where we see the bird comps, like, oh, okay, I'm redirecting it, so I have the versatility to do this to their comp. But okay, with that being said, I think we're going into a 3-minute break, guys. Thank you for joining us for the couple of games that have happened. But yeah, I guess since we're here right
Since we're
now,
going on break,
yeah,
yeah, I
break.
mean, let's don't forget to, by the way, place your bets in on
Mhm.
tribally.games to, of course, be part of the action. Also, we're streaming on Twitch as well. That's twitch.tv/E4E
Slash.
underscore GG. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more action, you guys.
Yeah, stay tuned.
You know why every day feels like my birthday? Because of my reputation on Tribally. Since I connected my gaming accounts, I have qualified for several airdrops. I received rewards for playing my favorite games. And maybe you will find your next favorite game. Connect your wallets today and feel those birthday vibes. Thank you Tribally for these airdrops. And thanks God for these magic hands.
To everyone out there, I am something new, something powerful. You might call me a token, but I'm much more than that. I was born from the community, for the community. I represent the gamers, the loyal, the skillful, and the winners. I serve the creators, the pro players, and the builders. As our community grows in number, I too grow stronger. This is my destiny. This is what I've been programmed to do. My name is Tribal, and you'll see me soon.
And we are back into the action. So, hope you guys placed your bets in because, of course, nothing I love more than winning for free than knowing what what's to come just by seeing their lineup. I think we should be able to see their lineup first, so so people can gauge on which to bet on. Maybe something for the future on Tribal, or maybe that already exists, and I'm just looking at the betting side, the betting side of it. But yeah. I'm already excited for this. We've already talked about this. It's definitely a 50-50 depending on what they choose to bring to the table. But the safest, I believe, is, of course, bringing in maybe the triple aqua again for Tormund, or maybe the scaly spear. What do you think?
What? Oh, okay. There it is. Oh,
Oh,
he went with one of them for Torment, actually. For Oh, okay. So the round one was skipped, but the players were already in.
both of them skipped,
Looks like,
actually.
yeah, both of them skipped, definitely.
Okay, so like I said, he ended up not playing the frontline aqua
Yeah.
with the cattail because there's really no value to be gotten from that. And seeing this play, I think this was the better move, especially with the lineup. So if this front line does survive, that literally kills his front. But with the double teal shell, he just executes it, and that's
Ooh.
3 energy out right off the bat already. Oh my goodness, it is looking good for Windy.
And with that, the vegan diet doesn't really get, a lifesteal right there, but it definitely is like one of the top killers. And okay, the tiny swing, not really comboed with anything, but okay, prickly trap right there, and the turnip rocket, yeah, definitely a kill right there. And Torment is in a very rough place. So, and the 2 Luna absorbs really good. Bulwark, tiny swing, and a tiny catapult. Okay.
Okay, so dealing with that front line is definitely what he needed. So now he can start collecting energy with that Kataro. But if he does end up dying, and he does have the spiky
Ooh.
wing as well, oh, this is just a kill. It's over.
That's a
Windy
kill.
just
It's over.
wins.
It's
Wow.
all over.
Man,
Yeah,
I
because-
just blinked and it's already over. Okay, man, that 3-minute break for a 30-second game. I love it. Let's
guess-
go. Happy New Year, Chief in the chat, Boss Alphas in the chat,
Yeah.
Robocops in the chat, Gunlock, Panda users
Oh.
also there. What up, what up? He's
Yep,
also next
yep.
to me. What's up? Rare.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, everybody. Don't forget to get your bets in, by the way, in Tribal,
Yep.
tribally.games. Yep.
Oh my
Definitely a
goodness.
quickie. You prep and you just realize it was only 30 seconds. But yeah, that's Axie.
Dude, I think especially for Windy's side, he definitely didn't overplay the cards. He might have had cards, just to deal damage, but he definitely saved up like a big burst right there. I think for Torment, there was really no way out for it. Even if he did play like Bulwark on that last turn, it's really rough. I don't see any way out of this unless you can magically recover your HP in one way. But no, I don't think it's going to be enough for them as well at the same time. But kudos to them. Still, they joined, they learned,
Yeah.
and they came out fighting. But now we are going into Pratap versus Blazing Evil.
Alrighty, let's go. Meedo pals, hello, Gunlock. It happens in real life too, especially if you're excited. Yep,
Reading the
definitely
chat.
ruins a date night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
oh my god, I had a great time tonight, and then boom, we're never calling each other again. Anyway, back to back to the game. Pratap
Real
and
man to
Blazing Evil. Origins Axie. What do you mean Origins Axie? What do you mean by that? Do we have
Like-
Origin Axie in here?
I think one of them right there. I think for Blazing Evil side, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about.
Yeah, see, it's Blazing Evil's comp right there because there's definitely some.
Oh my god, okay, I see it now. The
Yeah.
There's the Dawn with the sandal and the
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I see it now.
that's the one I was
these are
specifically looking at,
Axies
yeah.
from his Axie Origin comp. I guess these are just throwaway Axies, hoping and praying that his main comp does not get eliminated. So it's kind of one-sided. Pratap is more prepared with comps that is for Classic, Blazing Evil might have a hard time trying to win this one. So we've already gotten first blood on who goes home with just experience. He didn't go home with nothing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
did went home with shaky hands and realizing that tournaments does, you ever played in a tournament? You get very shaky. But I love the fact that this is not real time strategy. This is this is a card game, so you have a lot of time to, of course, think about what you're gonna play. The double plant, and that's not a beast. That's a mech. Oh my goodness! If this wins. That is going to be insane.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a mech. Finally.
2 mechs at that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. I guess people really don't want to deal with the, the armor because, dude, how many games have we seen with armor? All?
Pretty much all of it. But then again, this is still kind of like an armor heavy build.
It is.
The
It
front
is
line is
also
a bit
kinda
questionable,
armor-heavy.
but then again, we do have the cattail on both sides. No energy stealing for any of them. It looks like Pratap kind of has the upper hand here when it comes to the middle beast. He does have the Arco to get a speed up and is already faster automatically for the beast. He does have the swirly ears there.
Yeah. Okay,
Opens it up with a cattail. Nobody plays
cattail,
anything. Boat still with 5 energy. Dude, I'm
think,
this close to saying mana instead of energy, bro.
Mana, yeah, for the mana. Oh, that's another game. I guess was trying to go for maybe some draws right there with the cattail, but nothing really happened. And looks like Acro is going to be dealing a lot of damage. Ooh.
He did deal a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, not a lot of damage there. Not a lot of energy being stolen. There was the double Goda, and he does pop the front line first.
Goodness.
Already in danger. We don't know the card draw yet. Not a lot of cards to pop the beast just yet, but he does get that one move in.
Spicy. It looks like Slippery Shield is popped right there, but it's not really enough. So, for Pratap,
the backline is a bit questionable. I'm not really sure how the Gila would work in this comp, but he does end up being faster. Okay, my bad. I forgot that that the Beast Mouth also gives you a speed boost. That is something that
it's not enough.
Oh my goodness, they have the same speed actually, with his mech being faster this time around.
And since it has lower HP, it can definitely go first. But the thing is, like,
he doesn't have any cards on.
He doesn't have any cards on it. Yeah,
I think
he can definitely draw some cards for it.
Oh my goodness, both of them skip, but
the quarter bite. So that's an energy right there. Oh, definitely more energy. Blaze can definitely get something done if Pratap's mech doesn't go all out with with damage. But okay, Nutcrack, just make sure that it doesn't crit in any way. That's good. Oh, but the Neurotoxin definitely going to be dealing some more damage right there. Okay, Spicy Surprise. October 3 definitely going to draw some cards, but it's a really tough place. Oh my goodness, I think he overplayed. And never mind, it's not
even if he did overplay, I don't think there's a way to win this time around.
There's not.
With the cards that he has, I mean, he can keep spamming Pumpkin, but he still has Blood Moon to worry about. All his abilities are physical, and Pratap is just holding on to these
to the bulwark,
to these stars. Oh my goodness! Actually, lets him get a hit on. But I think this is GG's from here on.
That's GG's from there. So even if he does hold on to cards right there, okay, that's not enough. But I think the Blood Moon will definitely. Yeah, the Blood Moon does it.
The Blood Moon will kill him, and that is an easy win for Pratap.
Yeah, but Pratap definitely came in prepared for that. But that's how the cookie crumbled for Blaze right there.
I'm kind of out of it when it comes to what the end goal there was. Maybe if the beast was in the back line, maybe it could have made something happen, or maybe if he had the bird in there as well. But that is how the cookie crumbles. And now we are gonna go to the upper bracket. this time around. I'm not sure if it's gonna be Zab or Asham first, or Heavy and
I
Sake
think
coming
it's
up next.
Zab. Yeah, I think it's
Okay,
Zab
it is
and
gonna be
Asham.
Zab and Asham.
Yeah. So I think for that last match, I think you're right. Definitely, if the Beast was in the back, but I guess the thought process was maybe. Oh, wait, maybe for Blazing, it would have been better if their Beast was in the back, and then for for
Yep, and for Zab, okay, so for with Zab and Asham, seeing as how they did play both of their games much better, I'm still a bit skeptical on how it would play out. I guess it really depends on what they play. It might just end up becoming a mirror matchup depending on who has the spiky wings
yeah,
brought in. But yeah, I think I'm just a bit biased towards spiky wings because that's what I play, and that's how I see they could go around trying to get the teal shell aqua
yeah,
down. So we might be seeing two double dawns with eggshell and shrimp along with the teal shell in the middle. I think we could potentially see a mirror matchup at some
yeah.
point. We don't. The only difference is going to be the front line, and yeah, I think it will just lead to that.
Yeah, it definitely be something. Uh, I seeing in the chat also that poison meta is the gateway to reflectile. Oh my goodness!
Oh
But
my. Okay.
I think uh, I think is actually a proper thing to go on about because we haven't been seeing much of the poison bombs, but the reflect is really good as well at the same time.
All right. I mean, seeing this right now, he does have a more perfected version of it, and also seeing the different comps. So let's see. He does have the razor bite instead, and it's actually not that bad. So compared to having the catfish, razor bite would actually heal you for more, especially in this matchup. But you don't have any other armor gaining abilities. I think maybe it's also the mouth. It's also the razor bite that would help Zab get some more value off of this teal shell. I'm not sure if double teal shell is a thing. He
Mm,
does have the herbivore version as well, and seeing seeing cattail here doesn't seem to be a cattail matchup. But if Asham could just sneak in maybe um, a plant, a plant and a double aqua, we could
yeah.
potentially see that. We could potentially see that. But the lack of energy gain might be his undoing.
That's also true. I think there should always be a moment where one can have energy drain because we've seen it the Kotaro bite, we've seen the even the stealing, the night steal, any form of like how to get energy is always something of an advantage. But again, it will be up to these players if they want to put this in their lineup, or if they want to risk something that's out of the ordinary that could work, but it's too much of a risk to try to do that.
Absolutely. It and there's always going to be risks involved, and given the comps on both sides, yeah,
Hmm.
you might just end up having to play Spiky Wing. I mean, they kind of still have a choice, but the diversity in both comps is, yeah, it might just end up being a mirror matchup when it comes to the so I'm thinking Spiky Wing, Teal Shell middle, and
Mm.
whatever plant they have on the side, or they could bust out the bird. But the bird comp here could just end up becoming questionable. Asham does have the Dawn with the shrimp backline for the snipe if ever he chooses to do so. So
Mm.
a lot of potential for the side of Asham. Zab kind of kind of one-sided on his side, but he does have that mech with the balloon. Might make some surprise plays that we haven't seen before. But yeah, I'm very hopeful that we
Mm.
could see something that's off meta. Could be exciting.
Oh yeah, definitely. I guess it really falls on the, like, well, what I've said, risky play to go into. Like, it's always
Yeah,
It's all
and
yeah.
but with the bird also there, and it could prove to be good. But you also run the risk of just getting
Yeah.
sniped out of your bird, and that's always going to be a problem. Or maybe if you put the aqua on the back side, on the back line, the teal shell on the back line, which I haven't seen so far. Usually they just play it in the mid line because
Yeah,
they want it
no.
to be in the 1v1
They
position.
played in the mid line, yeah. I think their thought process of like playing it in the mid line is because you want your back line saved, of course. Save the best for last moments right there. But it's always like, oh my goodness, like, am I going to really risk like having the teal shell in the very back? Because it's like I think it's going to be really rough because we've seen it go through the Blood Moon, and it actually didn't really pay off. That since it was the last, it was the last one, and it always comes down to how smart the player has to go through the process. Of course, you have to maybe do I save this? Do I play this? Do I want to um put shield on myself because that's always going to be something to come into play. But the thing is, like you're not always going to draw the cards. Two, if you're going to survive Blood Moon, you're going to have to be really calculated about this. And three, do I deal enough damage to at least get into more of the rounds? So is what I'm
Yeah,
going through in my thought
and come Blood Moon,
process.
if you don't have an Axie that can heal itself, that might actually also prove to be difficult as well.
Definitely, definitely. So it's always like a tough process to go through, especially since like I'm in the process of, oh no, it's the last axie, like because we've seen like I think for the previous game that if they actually run the pumpkin, they can get the cards, but also at the same time like
Hmm.
um it's not going to deal as much damage because I might have all the shields in the world, but if I don't even deal the damage or even have recovery at the same time, yeah, we're gonna have a problem here.
That's for sure. And with that, guys, we're going to take another 3-minute break. We're having some
Okay.
technical difficulties between the players. But yeah, don't forget to go to tribally.games to place your bets in. And if you're not already watching and following twitch.tv /E4E underscore GG, go ahead, go on over there. What are you doing? It's New Year. Make it an E4E New Year as well. And tribally. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit.
Imagine a colorful world. A place made of tribes ruled by skills and quests. No makeup, no limits, no boundaries. Just good games with a pinch of rewards and a lot of fun. Enter the universe of Tribally and discover the next generation of gaming. Reality is so old school. Escape from this world and join kindred people to build your space. Tribally. Play together, win together.
To everyone out there, I am something new, something powerful. You might call me a token, but I'm much more than that. I was born from the community, for the community. I represent the gamers, the loyal, the skillful, and the winners. I serve the creators, the pro players, and the builders. As our community grows in number, I too grow stronger. This is my destiny. This is what I've been programmed to do. My name is Tribal, and you'll see me soon.
You know why every day feels like my birthday? Because of my reputation on Tribally. Since I connected my gaming accounts, I have qualified for several airdrops. I receive rewards for playing my favorite games. And maybe you will find your next favorite game. Connect your wallets today and feel those birthday vibes. Thank you Tribally for these airdrops. And thanks God for these magic hands.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for waiting and thank you so much for your patience. You know, we're back, Panda User and Biku. We're still in it to cast it. And again, we're seeing our players going to be Zab versus Asham. Again, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody's had a wonderful evening, daytime, or maybe afternoon time from where you're from. And yeah, there it is.
Oh my god, it's a triple plant! What?
Oh my goodness.
We're already at round 2. They both skipped the first round, and it's a triple plant. One has
It's
a
a triple
bird
plant, dude. Oh my
and
goodness.
double rice. Literally always threatening a steal. Oh, what is going on? I'm sorry. We've been talking about the meta axes this entire freaking time, and then they just pull the shit on us. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Screw the analysis. Like, like what are we doing?
This is what we live for. Even though we do analyze like something that could happen, and players all of a sudden pull something out of the blue, dude. That's it. Like this is golden gameplay right here, and
Yeah, I'm pretty
we
sure they're making
see,
bets
yeah.
outside of Tribally. Like, I bet you can't win with this comp. Like, I bet you if you pick these three axes, you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I thought this was gonna be somewhat in favor of the triple plant guy, but it doesn't seem to look good right now for Asham. But yeah, he
Oh,
does get a steal. Oh, and he pops him out too, and the stolen energy will be forfeit.
oh,
Oh, and he
critical!
gets a critical as well.
Oh
Okay, you
god.
lose some, you win some, but everything, everything is literally, it just, they're just going ham when it comes to the trades here. Wow.
Oh, okay. And all out right here. The Kotaro, since this is. Oh, well, it's not really faster, so it still will deal the damage it needs, but I guess it was misjudged right there.
That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
This
Oh, by the way,
guy's.
guys, the E4 East side is also out as well. Want to learn more about the ins and outs of of your different favorite games? Go to e4e.gg. And if you're not betting on Tribally while watching this stream, what the heck are you doing? Go to tribally.games, by the way, you guys. Now, seeing how he
Ooh,
just
that damage
goes
right
for the
there.
heal there. He has no capabilities of healing this backline, but he does have the capabilities of actually dishing out some damage, stealing some energy. Kind of an upper hand, but not really as well. And that is a massive wall
Oh,
that he
did
has
he
to go
read
through.
into that? That was really good. Like, I think
Wow.
he read into the double night steal. He actually evaded it, not gonna lie.
Right? Right?
I
Literally
think,
just pops out everything. And
yeah.
now this could just
Zab is
be
on a league of
the
his own,
ending.
dude. That's it.
That's it. That's game. Okay. All right. Triple
That
plant
was a
loses
good
the
read
double
right
plant
there. He
bird.
prevented the double. Sorry, to cut you off, but he prevented that double energy steal, dude. Golden.
Golden.
I
Wait, I'm
think
sorry. Was there a rule that they're not allowed to use a certain comps? Because honestly, I'm like, are they
that was
trolling?
really good, right?
I'm like,
It was
I'm
really
so
good.
confused. Like, we were talking about all the meta stuff, and then we end up seeing this. I'm like, what?
Oh my
What?
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Weekly Chiefs sound very familiar. Yes, I am actually Chiefs counterpart. Yeah,
Ah. Uh,
I've never seen them in the same room together. Oh my god, Chief,
oh.
Chief, they're on to us.
Oh my goodness.
All right, what's up, guys? We're about to do the thingies, and yeah,
I've seen
all right. So
I've seen
Zab
Chief
moves
around.
forward
Yeah, yeah.
on to the semifinals,
Oh, there's
and
Chief. He's in the chat.
now we're about to do the thingies.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I don't.
We refresh it at least to see, like, But yeah, thank you for joining us, Chief. Welcome to the channel and for the stream. Oh my goodness, yeah.
All right. Oh wait, Chief was listening this entire time. Oops. Hey, Chief. Hello, Vanville B as well. All right. Heavy and Sake. Okay. All right. Let's just think of the most outrageous comp they're gonna pop out of this, because things don't make sense anymore. Okay, I do see a triple parasite comp. Maybe they could bust that out. I mean, it's not impossible. Triple
not impossible,
parasite.
yeah.
It also has the pincer on there. And for the side of Sake, maybe play a normal team. I want to see how this actually goes. The off meta versus the actual meta.
I'm not gonna lie. I think both of them are just gonna run the chit and jump right there, because they may look a bit similar except for the ear, but I think they're both gonna run it. Yeah, maybe, just a maybe.
Just a maybe, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Who
We've
knows?
already seen a wacky build. Maybe they're gonna keep it going. Who knows? It's just it's already weird to think that we would see a triple.
Nothing's
plant comp
weird now because we saw it last.
It was
game.
not in my 2025 bingo card. Okay,
Oh,
just to
my
tell you
God.
the truth.
No, I think in my bingo card everything is weird unless you deem it to be weird.
Man,
Huh?
okay. Well, on my bingo card it says someone disconnects mid game. I don't think that's happened yet. So
No, because players can reconnect, right? As I recall, they made that a thing where you can reconnect into the match, like like any proper, like these card games, that they could reconnect. But if they do disconnect, I think we'll never know.
Man, okay. Okay. I mean, if they're capable of doing that in the high stakes tournament like this, well, let's see what else these
Mhm.
players can do. I mean, honestly, they made their bag. The two people that won't go home with anything but experience is already gone. They've made their $10, but are they gonna
Mm.
push for it and actually dethrone the king? I'm sorry, did we already get the name of the king? I think it was Yamaha or something. It was a car name. I'm sorry.
Oh my
It was either a
goodness.
vehicle brand or a refrigerator. I'm not sure, but we'll get to that. So we do have heavy and sake here. Is heavy? What does heavy mean? Heavy in English. Heavy just
Shrimp?
means hay in
Oh, hey.
Albanian. All right, but I do know sake. I love sake
Is it?
or
Does it
anything that gets me
heavy?
drunk.
Anything? Okay.
Mm.
Oh, we're in the match. Oh, excuse me. Okay, round one has happened. Looks like third glance is going to be discarding a few cards. Wait a minute. Did that just? Oh, uh,
Okay, so it
sorry.
didn't combo it with anything though. So,
Yeah.
okay, all those cards are just gone. So here we go. We just called it. We did it. We are now seeing a parasite comp versus an actual meta comp. I'm not sure if the parasite comp is also meta. I'm kind of out of the loop when it comes to this, but I did want to see this. So he takes out 2 energy off
Yeah.
of him, and that could prove to be a problem.
Oh my goodness! And wow, a poison stack. That's something I haven't seen. Looks like tick is going to be happening right there. Oh, okay. That's why he wanted to combo it because the third glance also does pop the poison, right? Even if it's not from the same axis, at least it will pop the poison capability right there. But I guess hmm, uh HP advantage just goes to Team G right here.
Okay, it was
And
a skip. This entire
it
time
was
I
a
was thinking
skip.
about what
Oh,
they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do.
were they lagging? There's a disconnect right there, buddy. But
Okay,
okay.
look at
Oh,
that.
chicken
He
jump.
dodges all of the poisons, but this time I think the
Oh,
back line is just
16!
dead. Ooh, still alive.
It's still alive, but it's gonna die. It's definitely going to get wrecked by the poison. What they could do, since they're faster right now, just do an eggshell and then
Yeah,
redirect all
like
of
you
it. Oh,
said.
there you go. Oh, but this
Speak
was
to the
smart
devil.
because the fish hook will kill it, and then now it will go to the
Ooh,
front line. Oh, does it kill? No, it does not. Even with the energy break right there. Oh, both of the players are actually just really low right here. Oh my goodness. Surprising skip right there.
but I think
Hmm.
in this 1v1, it's still heavily favoring heavily
You're to
favoring the
Sake's
Dawn.
side.
Yeah. So
Okay. How is he going to go
Heavy
by
looks to
this?
be in the upper hand, and he gets 2 energy out of him too. So but he just recovers it
Yeah,
with
he
2 Falcon Tails.
recovers
Okay,
it.
no problem, no
And
biggie. So
yeah,
5 energy to what is that? 6 or 4? Not sure. Which
yeah.
pixel was that? It is okay. It was 4. It was 6 now. So he's gonna focus on maybe dealing some damage here. Does not actually get stunned. He has the double pumpkin and he just heals it back off and takes out some cards. Okay. The fact that he does have the parasite might prove to be a challenge for Heavy. He won't be able to actually stack up some cards, and maybe he will, but it's gonna be a slow process.
Yeah. So now he has to. For heavy side. He's forced to do the swallow because it's blood moon time. So oh my goodness. Okay. Well, for Sake, he is going to recover. He's going to discard, but okay. They're actually just a 1 HP difference right here. But oh my goodness. And this is what I was talking about because for Sake's side again, he didn't overplay his cards. He's playing it really smart, and looks like I think he's gonna win this despite the damage. Okay,
Oh
nice
my
right
god.
there. Oh,
Oh,
but
but we still have the healing. So
yeah, we
yeah,
still have the
he
healing. We
says,
still have the
please don't
healing.
draw. If you draw, I will unplug your PCs personally. But oh my goodness, he does not get
The
the cards that
draw.
he needs. Is this enough? No, it
It's
is
not. It's
not.
not.
He's
But
gonna
I
heal
don't
back
think it's
up.
also
This is
going to
not enough
be enough.
damage. This is gonna be a
It's a
draw.
draw. It's
It's
a
time for you
draw.
to pull the plug, dude. Oh my god, it's a draw.
They're going back into it. Okay,
Oh man.
for Saki's side, he played it really well, honestly.
That's true. That's true. For Saka said he did stay alive that long,
Mhm.
and it was kind of one-sided because of the speed. But given the fact that his draws are always going to be bad, just because of the parasite, that kind of gave them like that made that allowed rock to be paper, somewhat.
Yeah, because again, it if you play the insect axis really well and you didn't overplay your cards, because it just kept redrawing the cards it needed. It didn't really use the cottontail. Well, aside from that one turn that it needed, like energy.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know. So I guess since it is a draw, they're going to go back in for another round, and they could switch it up. Honestly,
Yep, they can switch it up. They can do whatever they want. They can bring it back forward, loop de loop, or whatever. But
Mhm.
I think what let's see. What can Heavy do? What can Heavy do to actually change things in this comp? Maybe a more
play the
heavier hmm. He doesn't have
play the
a
bird
backdoor bird,
axis.
but he does have the backdoor Dawn.
Yeah.
Could snipe out the bug first. It was in the back line as well. So if he did have that. Oh wait, no, he did have that. Did he? Did he play the bird last game or was it the Dawn?
No, it wasn't bird. It was
It was the Dawn, right?
yeah. It was the dawn.
Hmm.
Um, he could play the bird now. Honestly, I wouldn't uh play the I wouldn't put it against him if he did, if he wanted to change out the comms.
Yeah. And he did also have Pumpkin to get some card draw, but he ended up just popping all of them instantaneously.
Oh, yeah, because I think Heavy was afraid of uh, uh, he was afraid that he would actually get damaged. But the thing is, they were almost ahead of things. Didn't really need to prevent it, but it's always a preventive measure. And if
Mhm.
they go through the pumpkin, it will always like give a card draw. But yeah, oh, here it is.
Oh, okay. So finally, we're seeing different comps here, but it is going to be a mirror when it comes to that bug, though. Okay,
But
very interesting.
mm,
Okay, the positioning is really good right now for Sake
yeah,
because the Aqua is in
in
the
the
middle
middle.
line. So we could potentially see this as just a Sake win if he plays his cards right, and maybe, just maybe. Because honestly, nothing is set in stone. Who knows what could happen? There's still the card draw. There's still there's still the guessing game of which
Yeah.
card they're going to be playing or which card they're actually going to get. But the parasite kind of changes things, doesn't it?
It does, it does. But honestly, for Heavy, they could also jump to the back line, and that's also going to deal enough damage
Mhm.
because cheat and jump comboed with the beak that they're using also deals bonus to like insects.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to save that combo. But it's not a one turn kill. They're going to either play mind games with Sake and potentially do one turn heavy damage, and then the next turn is going to be heavy as well. But again, it's always up to what these players also go through with playing and the card draw as well.
Mhm.
Okay, Sunder and discard. They both discard, and that's very pesky, in my opinion.
That is
Because,
really good. If he discarded the cheat and jump, that would change things. But since that's still
but no,
present,
it's not. Yeah,
yeah.
it's right there, and the combo could be there. Okay, third glance, another energy. Oh, it discarded one of the beak
Oh, that
cards.
stinks. Oh my
So
goodness. So
yeah.
he's not gonna be
Oh, dude, the
sniping you
combos
that.
was right there. Actually, if you think about it, the combo was really right there.
Oh, but the value off of this double energy steal is
Yeah.
massive, though. The poison's not so much because
Eight
it's the front
energy,
line.
dude.
Okay, but
Okay.
here's the first jump of the day. Does he have a sticky goo? He does. Perfectly read by Sake. and it's not going to be
Yeah.
enough, I believe. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's not enough, but the third glance is going to mess up their cards as well.
Oh, he gets the kill.
Oh, it was an instant kill right there. But the thing is, the front line is going to be really, really tough. Oh, that doesn't really do a lot of damage. Oh, never
Oh, it does.
mind.
It does. It does. It does. Oh, if it's idle,
Because
I
it went
think.
first.
Oh my gosh.
If
Okay.
if at least they could have played one card, it would have been actually okay. But sadly, it wasn't right there. Okay, they have enough energy.
Oh, he still has a yam. He still has a yam.
Oh, look at the poison right there. But it's not even enough. Oh, it's 5 as well. The yam actually saved them. So, okay. Third glance. But the thing is, like, if it discards. Okay, both of them are going to have to go, really all in on each other right there. Oh my goodness. And that's a lot of damage as well.
It's a lot of damage,
But I don't think they're going to survive the next
He has
turn.
the mana for it, and I think this is just GG's. I think this is just
Yeah.
GG's if he can read how much armor he has, which is somewhat impossible. He just goes all in with all the damage in the world.
Yeah,
and this
that
is
is,
a
yeah.
sake game. Yep.
It
All
is,
from the
it is.
beginning. That midline Aqua putting that bug at the back line really,
Yeah,
really solidified
changed
his
it.
win there.
Even-
GG's for Sake.
And the fact that the discard went to one of the combo cards for as we saw it, dude, it ruined the combo right there. That was actually one of the the game changers right there, because as soon as I saw that it was discarded, it's ruined. The backline insta kill was just ruined right there.
Yep.
But yeah, it is what it is. That's just the way how that game went right there. But as we've seen, okay, we're going into the brackets right now. Since now we see Heavy in here in the losers round 2, Heavy versus Windy. We're going to see Asiam versus Pratap, and then for the semifinals, we're going to see Zab versus Sake. But yeah,
All right. Zab
really.
and Sake, please don't pull that double plant bird on me again. Honestly, it broke my heart. We spent 10 minutes trying to figure out what the hell you guys are going to play.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Or maybe I just really don't know this game as much as I do. But yeah. So yeah, don't forget to place your wagers on tribally.games. By the way, you guys, if you're watching this already and you're here for the action, why not make something out of it,
Yeah,
Not only do
definitely.
the players win, you can also win yourself. The stakes are high, and I love steak. Let's go.
but yeah, I guess with things going into fruition right there. Okay, we're seeing the Axie lineups for both of the players. We see Prataps and we're going to see Asam. What is something that can literally make it or break it for us? For Asham, 2 aquas and the plant in front.
I'll get that away from me, dude. I am having PTSD with whatever that was. I am sorry.
Two aquas and a plant in front, dude. There you go. The AAP right there.
Oh, that is insane. I am never.
Because it could be a throwback right there, and these are actually really good comps. But the thing is, like, there's no energy generation if they do that, except for the plant that Asham has next to the teal shell right there, because that's the only one that has like potential, like energy generation. And just doing the double goldfish, if I'm goldfish or koi, sorry, if I'm not mistaken, like goldfish. There's not really much energy generation. That's why.
I mean, I think
But,
the spiky wing could be good too. But the problem with the spiky wing, is that it can just get deleted by the parasite too. So there's also that. So, but what are the chances, right?
Yeah, what are the odds, right? But I think both players are definitely going to be putting their insects in there, because this card is really, really good. Like, we've seen it like change the state of the game for both for both players. Like it's a break it or make it discard right there. So uh, I without a doubt in my mind, I think they're both going to be vying to put in the insect right in there. You know, I think just because also that the insect has one aside from the discard, it has the energy draw, it has stun. It could mess things up. But what would be really surprising is if both of the players put in like the jump for Pratap. I think the cheating jump for the bird right there, and he could play that. It could be a possibility, even for Asham right there, because it's also really good. It could be a replay of what we saw from last game, but it could also be like we place the cheat and jump in the very back. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. It's a double cover. Yes, I
Okay,
called it.
there it is.
I called
There
it.
it is. We were just talking about this. It's
I
a
called
double
it.
freaking aqua.
I called it. Yeah. See?
Oh my god.
I called it. Oh my goodness. But for our friend Pratap right here, he does have that cheaty jump. It's going to definitely going to at least deal a lot of damage, especially against an aqua. And with bird parts right there, yeah, could be devastating as well to see. And but the problem is for them is like, can the front line take a full force of like damage? Because I think it will have enough shield, but again, it'll come down to the card draw for this matchup.
Yes, as always, it always is going to be for the card draw. But
Mhm.
how I see it, how he will win this is for sure gonna be the midline maybe versus the double aqua, the front aqua, because on the side of Asham, he does have more potential to win this, given that he does have spiky wing versus the midline reptile as well. So yeah, and also he has double Versky fish. So many ways that he could win this and lose this at the same time, but he does have a lot of physical. Well, it's actually all physical cards. I'm sorry, melee and range.
Melee,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's all melee cards on the side of Asham.
Yeah. What I'm hoping for, especially since this lineup, is that one for our friend Pratap here, it definitely has the advantage of taking down the back line, but I think major decisions on energy draws as well. Two, if they're not going to go for the backline, if he doesn't get that front backline damage, he's gonna have to go through that plant, sadly, because it is what it is. And seeing as how the card draw is right now, it's pretty evenly based for them.
That's
And
true. I
then-
think this is just an easy skip round 2.
It's
My-
definitely an easy skip. And okay, looks like the damage is going to be happening right there. And they're thinking about
I
it
don't
right
think he
there.
should be doing that, but okay, he just goes all in on the frontline axie, just gets
Yeah.
100 damage in there. Not a lot of, it's not really that worth it for the side of, I'm sorry, Pratap. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not really that worth it for the side of Pratap, and boom,
Ooh.
that aqua is just gone. Plus, you literally just lose like 2 energy off of that. Okay, so he is gonna go for a front to back instead. I think a back to front could have been good, but he didn't have the necessary cards to actually do it. Uses his 1 eggshell, and now it leaves his frontline vulnerable. Still has another spiky wing as well, and I think the backline Dawn is just gonna end up being idle.
He didn't bother protecting the front. Like, could have at least put 1 bulwark, I think, if I, could be mistaken by that. I think Asham overplayed a bit. No, it's not an overplay. It's actually really good. Oh, but goodness, like the damage right there. Okay.
He does have 4 mana though. Oh my god! Actually,
Is it
can
kills?
he win this? I think he can win this off of a crit, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think it will like deal. Yeah,
Oh
one
my gosh,
HP,
by one
one
HP.
HP. If it, yeah, it was hard seeing that. It's because like
See, the thing,
I really think that Bulwark could have made a difference, dude.
that's true. Okay, wait. I don't know what it's called. Is it called a charm or something? The thing that changes their
No, the
thing that changes
blackmail,
their race.
the race.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I forgot what it's called. Chat. What? You guys know what I'm
Well,
talking about, right?
are
What if he
you
had
saying eggshell
the
into
thing?
blackmail? Are you talking about that or?
No, 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 no. Because you could bring like one item that you could use once in a game where you change the race to like change the interaction of the card. Maybe if he had the
Hmm.
bug, the one that turns them into a bug, that actually
Oh,
gives them more damage with the carnivore. Is it carnivore? Yeah. Was this allowed in the tournament? It's not allowed. Okay, never
not
mind then.
allowed. Okay,
All
okay.
right, moving on. Congratulations to Asham for winning this one. Pratap goes to the Shadow Realm. Now I believe. Oh no, this is done. This is he is just eliminated.
Just
Asham
eliminated,
moves
dude.
forward to the losers
It's called
semis,
artifact.
and yeah, heavy versus windy.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna be
yeah.
facing some
Artifacts aren't
heavy wins
allowed.
tonight.
Oh, there you go. There's your answers right there. Artifact. Yeah, was not allowed.
Artifacts.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. I think it should, I think it should.
It's
You know what I'm
just-
saying? I mean, why not, right? Why not?
I mean, that's a debate for the heavy axi players right there, that if it's going to be included, because I guess it could probably like change the state of the game again. It could change the state of like axes. I guess it's a debate for another time. But going back into the bracket, we see semifinals: Zab versus Sake. And then for the losers, I think the next we're going to see here, it's going to be Windy versus Heavy. But yeah, I think. Okay, sorry, just going to the chat right here. Some of the counter players don't grind that much to have it enough level of artifacts, making it unfair. Then there's another skill issue. That's you, dude. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
Oops, was that toxic? Am I fired?
No, no, dude. Not everybody has the time of day to just do this.
If they have time to join a tournament, they have time to grind. I'm just
It's the start of the year. No, but I guess if we're gonna get into that, there's always going to be something, preventing something, for a player to get something,
of course.
that's a bit of a bit of a mouthful, putting something, getting something, and then working out with something. Anyway, again,
I get it.
it may be an unfair advantage, but I guess in like in any setting, it's really you have to work with what you have, but since this the tournament is making it possible for all players of all levels to get into this. I think it's just a matter of what you bring into the game right now and how you play your cards. Correct order. So it's something you should know. That's basic principles 101.
Basic principles, basic
Yeah.
Axie classic fundamentals.
Basic
believe we just ended
card
calling it
game
classic.
principle. Yeah, basic card game principle.
But if you
Always-
think about it, it should be Origins. This should be Origins. But yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess that's how it is, my guy.
Yep.
So now, with that being said, I think we go to the Windy Heavy. Oh, okay. Oh, triple black! Yeah! I was about to get in my mindset for Windy, because he has triple plant. He's going to definitely play at least something like that, and they actually did.
Okay.
Because Heavy was known
All
for
right.
playing.
That's what we're
Heavy
doing
was known for playing his chit, his chit and jump, and I was about to say they're going to definitely play something like this, and they did also. But that's only one thing. would have not known what they would be playing it twice. But for Windy, dude, just use a triple plant. Let's just do it, dude. And then they
Just do
did.
it. We know you're gonna do
Windy
it. So
stole
we know you're gonna do it. So just do it. Like,
Hey man, if he doesn't win with this, I don't think they're considered toxic. But again, yeah,
I've lost all hope in the game. Yeah, it was not gonna not gonna happen now.
But yeah, I guess if Windy doesn't draw proper, I think a turn one skip is in order. I wouldn't throw it against them. For Heavy, dude, they can all in. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, I
they
mean, the
could-
front line doesn't really have any capabilities of actually having, using any cards. But yeah, using any cards to not a single steel card. That's kind of sad. It does have the rice, but doesn't have anything to combo it with to actually perform the steal. And now the front line.
Sake's like using triple plant should be alright.
Is a triple plant should be a crime? Oh my god!
I mean,
punishable by Axie law.
Thou shall not play triple plant.
Thou shall not play triple plant without a healing backline. Honestly, it could have been. That would have been perfect though. Like literally, I mean, look at that. He only has the scarab in the front line. You kill that. Like you could just use a healing plant till the very end. Could just end up being a draw. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows, dude. At this rate, and Night Steel, yeah, literally, and the Kotaro as well. They're gaining a lot of energy for this. Okay, they're also going to be saving Prickly Plant. Okay, now for Heavy, he's really going to have to, use one way or another. Oh wow, double. But I don't think it's going to take away the. Yeah, it doesn't. No, never mind. I take that back. And then oh yeah, the triple plant's gonna win it, baby.
No.
And I think the skills it as well. The double Kotaro bite could potentially kill it. Oh no, it's not double Kotaro. Oh, it's the Prickly and the Kotaro. Kaboosh! Kaboosh! Yeah, I think Sake is right. Playing a triple plant.
Oh my god! I can't believe $100 team lost to a $6 team. I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's why people are saying. Hey, to be fair, that $6 team had the Cottontail in there. That doesn't make much of a difference.
I'm done.
Hey, you do what you gotta do to get out of losers bracket, and they made that call. They're in the losers round, guys. I have to point that out to y'all that if it's a crime to get out of losers bracket, I don't know what is.
I don't know anymore.
He wants to get out of losers, and if this is what they have to do to get out of losers, they're gonna do it. Right? I don't think I'm wrong there.
I don't think so. You're not wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong there. And this is a tournament.
So wrong.
It looks so wrong, but they're in the losers. We're gonna have to point that out there. If they're going to play this just to get out of losers, then by all means go for it.
I mean, okay. I mean, I guess I just don't understand. I don't understand this game well enough. Like, why did that work? How did that work? But I guess it just works. But yeah,
that's not a simulation right there. That's an all in.
It wasn't all in indeed. But yeah,
that's an all in.
So with that said, semifinals for both losers and winners bracket is going to be coming soon. But for now, we are going to be having a quick break, and not really a quick break. I think. But yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit.
Imagine a colorful world. A place made of tribes ruled by skills and quests. No makeup, no limits, no boundaries. Just good games with a pinch of rewards and a lot of fun. Enter the universe of Tribally and discover the next generation of gaming. Reality is so old school. Escape from this world and join kindred people to build your space. Tribally. Play together, win together.
You know why every day feels like my birthday? Because of my reputation on Tribally. Since I connected my gaming accounts, I have qualified for several airdrops. I receive rewards for playing my favorite games. And maybe you will find your next favorite game. Connect your wallets today and feel those birthday vibes. Thank you Tribally for these airdrops. And thanks God for these magic hands.
To everyone out there, I am something new, something powerful. You might call me a token, but I'm much more than that. I was born from the community, for the community. I represent the gamers, the loyal, the skillful, and the winners. I serve the creators, the pro players, and the builders. As our community grows in number, I too grow stronger. This is my destiny. This is what I've been programmed to do. My name is Tribal, and you'll see me soon.
Tribally noticed, tribally focused, tribally fast, tribally lotus, tribally real, tribally will, tribally please, will you release the skill? Here I am, I'm back again, with a Web3 tribal rap again. So let's check the time and it's tribal o'clock. Check it again and it's tribal o'clock. So wait, let me tell you, on-chain vibe, will it help you? If I tell you it's tribal o'clock, if I tell you it's tribal, I'm not. I'm here to tell you what. Tribally B, tribally me, tribally C, see what I see. Tribally B, tribally me, tribally C, see what I see. Bars all cold in this road that icy, holding a hope they love that we dicey, love that we dicey, doing it nicely, yeah. Yeah, hold up again, hold up the pen. Tribally blessing, tribally clean, gaming the benefits, tribally win. Red is the elements, tribally win, yeah, yeah. On-chain this summer, cause I'm on-chain this summer.
And we're back, and it's the semifinals, and we are here. The last game was insane. I'm never touching this game
Triple,
again. Apparently,
triple plat insane.
triple is meta.
Oh my goodness. I mean, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. Didn't see that coming. That was insane. But yeah, I guess that's Axie. I mean, all of these meta axes, and you just, and he just slaps you with the 8. Definitely a David versus Goliath moment right there. But then again, maybe he just knows something we don't. Ani Hooser. So who are we starting with first? I think maybe
We're going. I think Asham versus Windy, because I think we're going with losers through and through. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Losers through and through. Okay, so Windy versus Asham first, and then for the losers finals, it's gonna be either Zab or Sake. Whoever pulls out the biggest 3-plant comp definitely might come out on top. Who knows?
Windy. Again, we can, if it works, it works. But ladies and gentlemen, again, for those of you who are just joining in, welcome. Of course, also for those of you who are betting, again, exclamation point challenge, and it will direct you to the tribally.games website. Make sure you're logged in. Place your bets on who will win from both of these players, and definitely make it or break it moments right there. And now we're going into the match right here. Sorry, we're going into what the players have. But yeah, oh my goodness, like what is the funniest thing that could happen here is that
Double,
both
triple
of them, yeah, double, triple. I wouldn't be surprised, but I guess standard wise, somebody could definitely be going for the insect right here. I think I'm willing to put that in, that one of them is going to be putting a plant. I think the wildest would be a double plant, and then it's for definitely for either of them, go with the double plant and the bird. Not gonna lie, that
Mhm.
could be like the wildest thing I could come up with. Not a full triple plant, but a double plant and the bird.
Maybe a double plant with the spiky wing aqua.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You know what? I
Yeah.
have to agree with you there with the spiky wing. Definitely, um, for the advantage though, if both of them are going to be using a double plant, Asim definitely has the go-to to break the front line if he wanted to. You know. But again, it's really up to the players on what they're going to be bringing, which could definitely surprise us. Not gonna lie.
Mhm. That's true. I mean, this game is full of surprises and full of well, I thought I figured out. I already thought I figured out the meta of this entire thing, but the last game really changed my perspective on all of this. So next game, who knows? Could just be triple plant versus triple plant. It's really a game of chicken. If Asham is gonna be forced to play,
Oh shit!
okay, okay, it's 2 plants. Okay, double plant and spiky wing. Okay, so there's the read, and it looks like Windy does not opt for the triple plant here. Okay. All right, all right, all right.
The double plant. Okay.
All right, all right.
I guess it's not a good case. Yeah.
Well, looking at this, let's see.
Better
Let's
pull
see
it
what
out.
the first hand is. Oh, and right off the bat, we are going to be seeing a double rice combo. That is 2 mana, 2 energy in the pockets of Asham. All right, all right, all right. So, kind of an advantage in this early game for Asham right now. He is 1 energy up, and a lot of HP has already been taken away from the front line. It is actually looking really good for Asham at the moment, but he doesn't have the necessary tools to actually pop the front. I mean, he could go for an all-in, but regardless, he only has 3 energy. So this might just prove to be a bit difficult for him right now. Okay, okay, okay. So no moves just yet. But the front line on the side of Asham could just easily fall if he allows it to do so. But it is looking really good right now for Asham, given that that is the amount of. Oh, okay, wait. He does take out the front line. He. Oh, okay. Windy went for a gamble, tried to go for a double energy break there, but nope. It just dies instantaneously. That's 2 energy off. Got a bit greedy there. I think skipping would have been the better play, but I guess he had no choice. I guess this was the only way he could make a comeback from this moment. And now Asham looking to maybe skip here, but he does end up getting the double cottontail instead. It might be a bit too risky. Just goes for the skipperoonie there instead. Plays the double pumpkin. I think he's just gonna allow this to die. Doesn't even play any of the teal shells. I think he's just stalling at this point. And yeah, none of them are playing anything. I think he was opting that Windy might just go ahead and go for the eggshell play. Ends up not killing anything, but does still go for the back line and ends up killing him. Not killing him! Okay. Wow. That was such great eggshell value. Panda, are you there, my friend? Hello. All right. Now that we're back into the game, ooh, that is a lot of energy just going into the pocket of Asham. It's looking a bit one-sided here. He doesn't have a way to actually deal with this right now. And one bird, 1 HP in a dream. And I think this is just going to be Asham's game. GG.
Yeah, it definitely is.
The windy dream with the double plant is now broken. Not gonna lie, I guess I'm not BMing, but you should have played triple plant.
You should have. My goodness, sorry, I had a bit of a problem with my camera there, but man, that was actually, I was watching it on the side and it's like in the stream, like, oh my goodness, I think the triple plant would have been a much better better play right there for them, but the double plant really worked out, especially right there for Asham, but it is what it is. It worked out for them, and definitely the better comp got the better Windy. But I guess if I go into the chat, it would be like retribution from that triple plant game. If I'm not going to be mistaken right there.
Oh man, I guess that's the last we'll ever see.
It's a payment.
I hope
It's definitely a payment.
All right, but yeah, so let's go to the next game. It's gonna be Zab versus Sake. We've seen Sake in the chat already. He's just chilling, but hopefully, honestly, I'm low key rooting for Sake just because I know what Sake is, and it makes a fun time when you drink it. But moving on, who will be the king of today's bracket moving forward? Is there a possibility to go for a triple plant, but only on the side of Sake though?
Only on the side of Sake, definitely, because it's really good. I would not put it against Zab for actually going for a double plant right here, together with even the bird or even that the aqua that they have. But again, it's really just upon these players. I think for Sake's side, definitely been strong with how they've been going through with the aquas right there. They could actually do with a double aqua and then a plant right there, especially with a discard. Gonna put it out there that they don't need much of the energy generation, and just go through with the double aqua, and then for Sake, the plant with the cotton, sorry, not the cotton tape, but the poison right there. It's definitely strong. Like, I think if they're just going to save, like, do with a round one, they skip, then get the cards that they need, and then they're just going to burst throughout the next rounds. That's always been a pattern that I think we've both seen Sake do, and I think it's been going well for them.
Yep. I mean, this is actually a weird read, but there is a very big difference when it comes to their comps. So they're not allowed to
Yeah.
use artifacts, and Zab doesn't really have a way to heal his midline Dawn, Aqua, or whatever that is. Um, the dark axis, the second axis on the side of Zab. And when
Mm.
it comes to the meta that we've seen so far, that usually is the play. And
Yeah.
Zab doesn't have the bug. Zab doesn't have the perfect aqua with the teal shell.
Yeah, it's
It's a
not. It's
bit
not.
one-sided when it comes to the meta plays, but there's still of course the game itself.
Mm.
So could just be a challenging game for Zab when it comes to the fundamentals of it. When Sake has the right tools to actually win it all.
Yeah, definitely. Again, when it comes to lineups, I think maybe the players could go back to what's been working for them, especially since this is semis. Mm, I wouldn't blame it on them if they wanted to, you know, to just stick with their roots with what they've been gunning with. Maybe Saki could even play the chit and jump all over again. And then for Zab, they could go. Not gonna lie, they could actually even go with the double bird and the plant for the front line right there, and pretty much just dish out a lot of damage as well with it.
That's
But
true. I
of
mean,
course,
double bird could work. Honestly, double
yeah,
bird could work. He does have the double talk to bypass the heavy armor,
yeah,
the
that's why.
sticky goo, everything he'll literally need. And if he just needs to sacrifice it with an eggshell, he also has that. So a lot of
Mm.
tools.
Tools and utility sake, I think both players have it. They're definitely both in the in their range to do it. And okay,
Ooh.
there, the double plant for Zab. There you go.
Okay, so it is going to be a double plant, and the lineup is actually weird. I've never seen this, the Aqua actually being at the front this time. Might prove to be a bit bad though, because that'll just end up
Yeah,
blowing up. But the backline plant is actually in a really great position. He does have the Hatsune as well to negate all of the ranged attacks from the bird if ever it just comes to a 1v1 like that. But
yeah,
the midline Dawn could also be a threat towards that bird at the back. So maybe a 1v1 on plant might look a bit weird, but yeah.
yeah. It actually might. Hmm. I gotta give this to Pratap. If they can get the cards that they need to go for the back line, it's definitely possible. Okay, double energy destroy right there, just evening it out. Not really much going on right there, except for the capabilities to just destroy energy. But I guess they might draw into those cards again. Who could say at this rate? For Pratap, again, if he just gets the capability of this cheated jump, it's all over for the back line right there. Okay, Moon Absorb, nothing much going on there. Just going to be protecting themselves in the front line, which is again unique.
I think he's just
Hmm.
really guessing. I think Zab is just
Yeah.
guessing when is he gonna do it? When is he gonna kill my bird? Might just end up using there it is. Just ends up using it instead to protect his double plant. So it's gonna be a double plant game for him, and ends up actually going to the back line anyway. So yeah, that was an expected play, and now this next play, the next few moves is gonna be dependent on which cards they get.
Yeah. And seeing as how things are, they're definitely just going to try to get the front line down because they're definitely going to need to take down the front line at this rate because the swallow again is right there, and if it just recovers HP and it could just stall for time. Again, Pratap is going to be in a good place right here. Okay, the swallow does go down, but it's like blackmail does go on through. Swallow's going to recover at least. Yeah, what damage is going to be dead? Oh, I think this is it for them.
Oh
Oh,
my
10
goodness, still
HP!
alive.
My goodness!
regardless, I think
Oh, regardless, yeah,
doesn't even
it's
get the disguise value. I think disguise should have gone first. But yeah, here's the eggshell to
order.
kill that. Hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Oh
yeah, the
my
scarabs
gosh,
is
the
yeah, it's not
scarab.
looking good.
I
Yeah, it's
think
not looking good for Zab now because the
yeah, I
cheating jump
think
already went through, and now that scarab curse, if it's just going to be played in the next turns, no, I don't think Zab's going to win this.
I think Saki just
Sadly,
ends up winning this because he has the scarab too, so
yeah,
that's gonna be a very massive problem. He does have 3 energy. He can't even heal up. Maybe he could go for a disguise pumpkin. I don't see how he can win this, especially with the scarab present. He does take
yeah.
out the bird.
Right here, yeah, I don't think
Double
it's
pumpkin disguise. Could just go for double pumpkin disguise.
yeah,
Stake isn't gonna be gaining any more energy, but I think what he needs to do is make sure he really just has to make sure that he doesn't take too much damage now. Already uses both of the scarabs. I think he's just gonna lock both of the scarabs here now.
yeah.
But then again,
Ooh,
Scarab is a
critical.
ranged card. So after this, if okay, oh man, I thought he was gonna attack because if he doesn't attack, if he ends up attacking and hits Natsune again, it's gonna lock his range cards once again. So this is now a battle for. Wait, I think Zeb won this.
Yeah, I think you know what, Regan. I'm just eating my words because Zeb could actually just win this because HP wise and even the armor, it's looking to their games. But and Prickly Trap, even though if it does go first, man, the Scarab's not even going to pull through. Oh, but okay, 70 damage. That's going to be 80. Sorry. Oh, but the thing is, like, Zeb's going first. Oh, there it
Uh,
is. It's not going to be enough.
I think that's enough. I think that's enough.
Zab. Oh, yeah, Zab's. It's
No,
enough.
it's not.
25.
Wait.
No, it's not a draw because
Wow.
Zab. Yeah, Zab did it, dude. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I thought it
the
was
leak is the
done.
MVP there, even
He
though the
really
Scarab
got some
was there.
damage in there. Okay, so these are one of those really unique games that we thought he had it in the bag. He had the scarab, he had everything. The positioning was good. He countered the bird, but yeah, the
Yeah.
1v1, and the amount of cards that you have, and also the amount of energy that you have by the very end really
Yeah.
made the big difference. So yeah,
It really did make the big difference right there. But yeah, I guess we are going to see Zab once again. Sorry, when it comes to the lineup. So Zab is in the finals. So yeah, we're
Sab's in the
definitely going
finals
to
and
see him. Yep.
automatically locks him in to
Yeah,
locks him into the next stage to actually take down the king himself. I'm sorry, I think I got word on what his name is. It's Michi Bishi.
Mitsubishi.
All right,
It's not Mitsubishi.
is perfect.
Oh my goodness. Now we're going into the losers. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Sake versus Asham because the winner of this losers is definitely going into the finals and it's going to be the best of three right there.
Yep.
And we're definitely going to have like potentially like 4 more matches. But since it's best of three, if it goes 1-1, if it doesn't go 1-1, it goes 2-0. So we're probably just gonna see 3 matches.
Mhm.
That's how these matches roll or roll with it. My goodness. For the next match, I think for the time being, we're just going to have to see what these players do for it right now. Okay. Getting word that we are going to go into a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, especially for the losers bracket, you saw it. It's Asham versus Sake. You guys have enough time. Place your bets in during this proper break. Get a quick snap. Enjoy the show, and of course, we're your casters and band user. This is Biku. We're
Yes.
going to go into a short break. We'll see you guys in a few.
All right.
You know why every day feels like my birthday? Because of my reputation on Tribally. Since I connected my gaming accounts, I have qualified for several airdrops. I received rewards for playing my favorite games. And maybe you will find your next favorite game. Connect your wallets today and feel those birthday vibes. Thank you Tribally for these airdrops. And thanks God for these magic hands.
Imagine a colorful world. A place made of tribes ruled by skills and quests. No makeup, no limits, no boundaries. Just good games with a pinch of rewards and a lot of fun. Enter the universe of Tribally and discover the next generation of gaming. Reality is so old school. Escape from this world and join kindred people to build your space. Tribally. Play together, win together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and this is going to be the finals for the losers. Because we're going to see Asham versus Sake, and right here for their last chance to get to the finals to secure their spot. So is it going to be Sake and is it going to be Asham? Again, we're still your casters. My name is Panda User. Together with me is Biku. How are you doing, man?
I
How's
am
everything for
doing
your
good.
side?
I am feeling excited. I mean, there's no more triple plants to shock me now.
There's no-
So yeah, who knows what could happen?
Oh my goodness. And
Yeah,
again, I guess at this rate, it's all going to be theory crafting for us. Like, what's the lineup going to be like? What is going to, happen for both of these players? Again, from my side, I think that Saki is definitely going to be putting that insect in there. Probably going to put in also that maybe even that the chitin jump aqua in the mix, and of course the plant in the front. Or maybe if it's not the if that's not going to be the case, could be other side of the things. Could also probably go for a double aqua right there. And then for Asham side, I definitely said that they're definitely going to go with like their a double bird maybe, and with a plant. But again, anything could happen between these two players. One can't really tell.
that's true. So yeah, it's you look at it like just a little bit. They're somewhat similar. I guess one has the potential to actually just go for a full like poison team somewhat because he has the yam, he has the
Mm.
cheat and jump with the what do you call those again? The poison back thing. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
man, the
Oh.
names on these things. So that's what Sake has, and also he also has the bug. That could prove to be really good at 1v1s. Hopefully, we don't see any draws again. That was that's not something you don't want to see. But of course, you always love to see two players just fighting for their right to move
Yeah.
on to the next stage. And wow, how does this happen? Okay, so it
Yeah.
is a mirror matchup. Well,
It's a
somewhat of a
mirror
mirror
matchup.
matchup. Not the same
Well,
sort
except
of.
for the tail, sorry, for Sake side.
Okay, but it is a goldfish backline though.
Yeah.
And yeah, they do both have the spiky wings, but one has more on the other. So the read must have been okay. This guy might be playing the bug, or they might be playing the teal shell build. And yeah, let's see how their cards and opening hand is gonna be.
Yeah, I think for this state or the current state of it, like it's definitely going to be like who goes like or what cards are going first. But definitely for Saki side, it's a bit riskier because they don't have as much as armor as Asham side has. Definitely, even with the vegan diet, it's going to be tough for them also to just avoid to even with the scarabs right there and try to prevent regeneration for Asham's front side. I think it's still going to be tough.
That's true. I mean the scarab. The scarab doesn't really matter as much in the early game since these front lines are just gonna get popped anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But looking at the amount of cards that, let's see. So you got Asham. Let's see. I mean, looking at Sake's side though, this is not going to be enough to actually pop this front line. He might just opt to go for a skip, but at the same time, on Asham's side though, Asham can actually pop the front line if Sake doesn't choose not to do anything. So he's just gonna open this with a spiky wing, and it goes for the 3 cards that he has. Okay, he read
That's a lot
he
of
read
damage.
the cattail, does not get that much value on it.
Yeah, sadly, it is what it is. But
It is
they
what it
still have the energy though for energy. It's not going to be that game breaking, but I think Asham has held it off pretty much for the longest time now. Oh,
Okay.
unfortunately for them, uh, the plant didn't even get like a move on. So it's like upstream swim is going to be going down again. Upstream swim again. Okay, yep, that was enough damage right there. But the first damage is going to be going into Sake's side. The thing is though, is it enough to protect like the front line right there?
I mean,
Buzzing
we'll
wind.
see. We'll see for
Yeah, we'll
sure.
see.
But I don't think he does have. Yeah, that mid line is just gonna die. That's a lot of energy already lost. But maybe this goldfish can make a difference. He does have mana regeneration, and at the
But that's
same
definitely
time,
gonna go faster. Yeah, there
oh
you
my
go.
goodness, that
It
spiky
goes
wing was a
faster.
mistake.
Yeah, that spiky wing was
Not have
definitely a
done that,
mistake.
but he
Oh,
doesn't
but
have any
it doesn't
card
have
to
any.
actually close this off. So he doesn't have armor. Can this kill? It will
It
kill.
will. Oh,
Very,
but
very
even
well
though,
played by
yeah,
Asham.
Asham right there.
And there you
Even though
have
that
it. We
spiky
have
wing
our
was a
top two,
mistake.
but of
Oh,
course, there's
sorry. Yeah.
still the fight for glory, and of course, the fight to get somewhat of an advantage on Michi for tomorrow's match.
Yeah. Okay, potentially 3 games or potentially 2 games. It really will depend. So I think both players really did it proper. I think for Asham's side, since the plant didn't really have that much of an impact for the prickly, that move. But still, like, it was an attempt, regardless, and it's just 2 energy, because 2 energy next turn it's fine, because all
Mhm.
both of the aquas have their cards, and definitely it's just like, a circle right there. It's not really gonna go anywhere. Okay, just gonna draw the rest of the cards, and definitely I was seeing all over at the Asham side, because they had their cards, they had the energy, they definitely also had the speed. Like, even though that Scarab was a mistake right there, I think the burst was just enough. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, for Saki's side, um, he was trying to protect his backside, with the energy gain, the cottontail, but unfortunately, I don't think it was the case, because but it's always on the reads, like trying to outsmart your opponent, trying to protect your backline also at the same time. I guess you know
Mhm.
it really just went towards like Asham side right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, so Zab Asham going into the finals. Honestly, low key, I was rooting for the triple plant. Honestly, it was it was weird. It was weird, and I love seeing the weird stuff just come out. Like, oh my gosh, it's it's triple plant, and he made it.
Yeah.
That's always gonna be a story. But the double aqua plant mirror matchup. Now that's something that I was not expecting as well. I guess both of them read that. Oh, okay. So if one of us, I'm pretty sure this guy is gonna play the spiky wing, so it doesn't make sense to play the bug or the teal shell build.
Mm.
So yeah, good read by both of them, but the play of the game was definitely for the side of Asham. Well, there goes Sake. Anyway, Zab versus Asham, and so Zab has the opportunity to ban one Axie. I don't think that ban is that. I don't think that ban actually changes much, really.
Uh yeah, because, well, okay, you think of it this way. Mm, Aside from the damage of the prickly, the night steal also, like, you prevent Asham from, one, of course, doing the triple plant. Two, you prevent them with the draws and like an energy steal. But he still has a chance for Asham to have like an energy steal as well at the same time. But I think because Kotaro bite can definitely do a lot of damage, especially against like Zab's lineup right there. Um, I think Zab, also because he has faster axes. And this Axie for Asham right here definitely is an energy generator and the card generator at the same time.
Yeah.
You could completely, like, chime in on this, because
I think it could
uh
also be good in a 1v1. I
yes,
mean,
that's why.
it doesn't have a heal, but maybe I guess that's what makes
Mm,
it good. And looking at the other
energy, yeah,
things, and everything else is actually faster. Like looking at what
yeah,
Zab
that's
has
why
comp is, like everything is literally faster aside
it's
from
faster.
plants, right?
Mm. Aside from the card generation, it's also an energy generator and an energy stealer. Uh, so it's like, it's a really good Axie to ban out. But we'll see what Zab does about it also at the same time, because I think, seeing as how this could go, both of them have seen each other, I think, once in the bracket. um I guess it'll come down to like what the play style is for, or dishing it out.
Yeah.
For Asham, he definitely could take advantage of that cheating jump right there. I think it's high time that he could take advantage of it. It's definitely going to be really good in the process of this best of three. And but the thing is, like, it's always a matter of like the energy, the saved energy and the card draws as well at the same time. So, who knows?
Who knows? Who knows for sure? But at the end of the day, it's still dependent on which still dependent on what one plays or the other. I
Mm,
think they're just gonna go for the spiky wing build, maybe throw in a bird in there for the eggshell for the 1v1.
yeah.
And it really depends on how you can control the matchup. I think for Zab, I think for Zab and Asham, I think they're both very incentivized to have a bird in the mix here, regardless. But I'm open to being corrected as always. Like again, triple plant. I'm not gonna stop mentioning it, but yeah, and that was really the highlight of today, the triple plant. Yeah, Windy may have lost, but it definitely won our hearts.
Yeah, that's it. But well, it is what it is. I guess, for now we're just going to see what the players bring to the table, whether it be, what well, it's definitely not possible for both of them to have a triple plan. Not gonna lie about that, but
That's
I
true. That's true.
guess, again, could be double aqua, could be even the double bird right there. Again, it's up to the players on how they utilize their advantages.
All right. All right. All right. Now, uh, let's see. How is the game going? Are we in it, Mister Producer Man? At the end of the day, it's evening. All right,
Hmm.
cool, 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 cool. Alrighty, alrighty. So don't forget to get your bets in. By the way, GG's my idol. Asham so strong. Triple plant to the Hazelia mech. I'm sorry. Wait, we're calling it the Hazelia mech?
Oh, I
I did
mean,
not know that. I mean, I think I've only ever seen one type of move set be named after a famous guy, and that's always gonna be the Indes bird. I think there's also I think there's also the uh, Axion the Moon Beast, the Elijah Beast. That was her comp beating Cuckoo. Oh, I see. I see. So it's new. Okay, cool. I thought I thought it was like I thought it was like something that's always been a thing at that creator event thingy back in the olden days. Oh
yeah, yeah,
right,
the creator thing.
right. Cool, 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 cool.
I think, I've seen those matches from time to time. Well, I think I was there, and I've seen what they could do with the comp. But, yes, for I think, if they could bring it here, it would be nice. Not gonna lie.
It would be.
Hmm.
It would be. It would be.
Mm.
But let's see. I mean that beast is still something. not something to be scoffed at. Maybe if you mix it up with a spiky wing aqua, maybe to get through some pesky armors, because like literally there's two things that you want to get armor out of. You have the teal shell, you have the sticky goo, but yeah. What else? What else is going? What else is going on? What day is it today? It's today Friday.
It's Friday.
It's a Friday night, the first Friday of the year, I believe. Crazy. Is everyone already back at work?
I think most people are, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Zap's
Mm,
bird is a semi-indus bird. Yeah, I think it's because they value damage more than
yeah.
actually taking a move out for the balloon. And yeah, I think it's just evolved over the years. At its core, I think it's still the indus bird.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's right, Shark. The grind never ends. It will never end. Like last year, I think every single day I was just in front of a computer screen. And yeah, I should touch grass more, but you know, grass grass doesn't pump doesn't make anything pump. If you want to pump your bags, you got to be on the grind. You got to be locked in.
That's
As
also true.
as always. So yeah, Panda, like this is the first time this is my first time ever like knowing about you. So why Panda user? Do you use
Hmm?
pandas or
No,
what?
it's not. Oh my goodness. It's, it was supposed to be at least, user panda because, I like pandas. And there was an opportunity during Heroes of the Storm days in my esports,
And you use
in my
Panda.
esports days. Yeah, it was a character called Chen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be something panda related because like my bet was you played World of Warcraft and you actually
Oh
used the
no, it's Heroes of the
Pandaren.
Storm actually. It's not
So yeah, so
it's
still
not a
Pandaren, so still under that
it's still,
category.
yeah, it's still under that category because
I like pandas because back then, okay, so Gunlock's already seen me. I'm pretty tan now, but back then in high school, I used to be very pale, but I had eye bags that made me look like a panda. They called me Panda. So
oh
yeah,
my gosh.
so that's my history with panda, and I freaking love pandas. Like they only exist to be cute.
Okay.
Yep.
But I
You don't
guess
really
it
see
is
them in
it
the wild.
is. You never see that. Okay. Pretty much both of the players right now have mixed it up.
Oh, okay.
One aqua, one bird, and then there's like what do you call this? There's definitely just one plant. One
Kind of
has
a mirror
slipper.
matchup here, but I think
Kind of.
Asham has this in the bag just because he has Spiky Wing available to him.
That's true, and also because but the thing is like energy generation wise, yeah, I would actually agree with you, especially with the energy generation.
Right.
Like Night Steal is always going to be a factor that you're going to have to play around against. If you don't see it in like the first round or second round, it's actually pretty huge. If you see a double Night Steal in the first round, I wouldn't blame you for playing it in the first round. And there you go. And since this is going to be faster, the piercing sound doesn't really do anything except for damage. And vegan diet also has that same heal. But I guess both players really did just use their energy. So
Yeah, they used
yeah,
their energy, but then again, it was good for both of them to use it. They were both trying to break each other's
yeah.
energy, and yeah,
But
they
it was
both dodged
better
the bullet.
for
I think this is
Asham.
just an easy skip, unless you're gonna go for a cottontail, but that also runs the risk of assuming that Zab does have another Goda in his hand, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
So if he does go for the cottontail, it's a free cottontail.
that is also true. Hmm. Just because of HP wise, yeah, Zab does have the disadvantage.
Yeah,
And looks like okay, it is turned around right here, even with the energy minus that energy. I don't think it's that detrimental because we see in Asham's hand that there's a double absorb right there. Okay, tries to redirect damage. It's actually looking pretty good, but it's a double Luna absorb, so nothing really lost except for cards and energy for Zab. I think he has to skip here. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was definitely a skip, but the Cottontail is also going to draw cards.
and putting that one
And
risky fish
yeah.
at the last, so he still has one power boost at the very end. I'm not sure if this Dawn is gone, but we'll see. It looks like the backline might just end up being dead here.
Yeah,
I'm not
definitely.
sure.
Because
Okay, so that's one buzzing wind already gone, but that bird is definitely gonna die right here,
yeah,
right now.
221 is a lot of damage right there. But do they even protect it at this rate?
Oh, this one's dead.
That's
Okay.
a lot. That was actually a lot of like energy spent right there, and it's faster right now. So okay, let's see.
I can see the vision on this goldfish now. It makes perfect sense to have that goldfish around. Because he'll end up just being faster in the next round. If he gets another kill shell, this is just over. Oh, doesn't even get. Oh, wait, never mind. He is already in the last stand. It's just Jover.
Yes,
And that's the first win for Asham. Nice. All right.
Yeah. Again, congratulations for the first round right there. Looks like Asham could probably like he doesn't need to stick to it, maybe because it actually worked out for them. But now it's like, what is going through their minds right now, especially for Zab, because Zab actually is in a make it or break it moment right here. So wow, it's really tough for their situation now. They're gonna have to at least try to mix it up. But for Asham, again, they don't need to stick to the same composition. They could always switch it up. Again, they could take advantage of with what they have, or they could actually just you know they could switch it up with what they have, and just going to reiterate that. But yeah, I guess with how things are, it's
Yeah.
really just up to the players on how they maneuver things.
I think with Asham, I think is a really safe comp for him would be
Mhm.
the single plant with the cottontail and the double spiky wing.
The double spiky wing.
Yeah, that's
That's the
always a
safest.
safe bet.
Yeah. Also, it has draws, and at the same time, it has damage and energy generation.
Although it doesn't have the pressure of breaking any energy without the Goda
Yeah,
or
that's true.
anything. But yeah,
Because you don't have the Night Seal right there.
I mean, he doesn't
So-
really have any of those right now. So
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
He does have the rice on one of them, but also has the scarab. I think this was just a midline plant or something, but not a frontline plant. Could
That's
also be
true.
a frontline plant. Who knows? You don't really see Sirius nowadays.
Yeah, that's also true. I guess it's just really up to them.
Yeah, because one
The
mana to
things
break
are-
one mana, or one mana to deal 30 damage, and get another energy back in the cases that
Oh
he
yes,
does have it.
finally we see Asham chitin jump. There we go.
All right. Okay. Now, I think this is now a mirror matchup that we've called, but of course, it's not a perfect mirror matchup. But at the end of the day, tapos na ang araw.
Oh, come on, bro. I hate it when it's true. At the end of the day is over. There you go.
It's nighttime.
She, brother, she. She. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we've got Goda versus no Goda. Let's see. But we do have the rice though. So I think rice just outweighs the value. But then again, you're giving it up by not having cattail. But cattail doesn't really work here.
Oh,
since
look
it only
at that
has
full
sandal.
combo right there. It's beautiful.
Gets the card draws the first strike as well. That's
Actually,
a
we
really
could just
decent
go for
amount
the
of
back
damage.
line immediately.
2 energy remaining though. Could that actually be enough to go for the next round to break it?
I think it's enough. Oh wow, he actually saves it. Okay. I'm surprised that he didn't bother to go for the back line. Could have chitin jump right there. Oh no, it doesn't kill because eggshell probably wouldn't do enough damage. Chitin is 25. Okay, there we go. Definitely going to go into the
Might just
back
be a
line
back
next.
and forth here, honestly. It's not looking really good right now for the side of Asham, given
Yeah,
that he's already given up like 2 energy. Plus, plus Zab, given the value, already he just literally has more. He will be dealing a ton, well, not a ton of damage. He literally read that like a book, and this is gonna deal, well, significant amount of damage.
yeah.
Oh wow, that is actually a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna have to at least do some recovery and energy gain right there. Oh wow, that
Okay, he's just
is
gonna be sacking this bird. I think he
he is
overcommitted
he
way too
overcommitted,
much.
but yeah, it's actually 200. Ooh, that's a lot of
Oh,
damage right there.
that's a lot of damage. But the advantage here for the side of Zeb is the fact that he does have goldfish. Wasn't able to use the goldfish here though, and he doesn't heal off of this, right? Why so serious doesn't
He
heal off of this?
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh
He
my
doesn't,
goodness, it's
but
5
of course,
HP.
Catfish does. Now the next few draws will make or break this, and it looks like this is gonna be a win for Zeb. All right, so we are 1-all right now in
Yeah,
this
1-all.
finals. Whoever wins the next one will take the glory of being first place. But yeah, everyone's a winner right now. Both of them
Yeah,
move
both
up.
of them.
Yeah, but the other does get an advantage over the king Mitsubishi. You should try
That's
saying
also
it.
true. Mitsubishi.
I've noticed you haven't said his name.
I can't without fumbling over it because it's funny just saying it.
I think this is how it's spelled.
Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
I'm like in my mind, oh Mitsubishi. Oh my goodness, but it is what it is. But I love seeing both of these players right now because in their mind that it's not really the comp isn't really staying the same. For Asham, he did take control of the cheat and jump right there. I'm surprised he sacked the bird early, but then again, it's actually really good to the point that it's not really going to survive against that aqua right there. Uh, but also at the same time they did kind of go back to what they were really good with, but unfortunately Zab mixed it up a bit and they took full advantage of that. Now what both of these players are just going to have to go through the motions of what is going to go on in their heads about what they've been playing. But honestly, they could just play whatever. I'm not gonna lie. The only advantage to winning this is just the advantage over the champion. So, you know, mm, both are winners in my eyes because they've already qualified. In my opinion, I'm sorry, they've already both qualified, and
Mhm.
I think it's a matter of playing it properly to showcase what you can do, especially for right now, and especially since they're 1-1. Yeah, both of these players, I would say, literally playing to the best of their abilities.
For sure, for sure. But what could they do differently here on out, knowing that in a mirror match? I mean, let's see.
Zab could play that beast. But then again, there's no energy generation. There's no
I
advantage
don't
towards.
think, yeah, I don't think he's
Yeah,
incentivized to actually ever play that beast. I don't see
yeah. There's
anywhere that
no.
he can or could or should,
Yeah,
given that what you're looking at is well, a really tanky Dawn. Well, so from that alone, you know that like you're not really going to
yeah.
deal that
It's
much
not really
damage to
gonna
it.
deal
I
much.
mean,
Yeah.
it's good to pop the front line with it, but other than that, like you don't really
Nah,
see
no,
any
you don't
way that
really
this
see
could be
it.
worth anything.
That's basically your throwaway right there, to be honest. But then again, I feel bad for something like that. That's literally like soft banned in their minds that I just needed this piece to be complete my lineup because even the aqua on the left side right there could find some use. Not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, again, Yeah, it is what it is for Zab's lineup or for that beast right there. I kind of feel bad for it because I don't think we're gonna see it in play. And but now for Asham, it's like for their side, it's like maybe they're not going to do the cheat and jump. Maybe avoid using the bird. Maybe go with the double scarab aqua right there because that's literally what pulled them through also. And with that plant right there, with the veggie and cottontail, yeah, I would actually stick with that. I wouldn't be mad if he went with that because it's actually a pretty solid lineup, and I think it could pull it through. Or if he doesn't go with the just one of the aquas that he has together with that insect right there. And again, this card could always do some pretty heinous damage. Also, stalling the matches right there. Um, Also, more energy generation.
Mhm.
It's I'm completely like seeing that lineup also, but he could still stick with the plant. And if correct me if I'm wrong, is that the dusk aqua right there with the why so serious?
That's not
Uh,
a. It's not a
Sorry,
dusk. I think it's a
it's
dawn.
it's a dawn. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dawn. Thank you so much for correcting me there. That's actually been pulled out really well, and I think it's still good. I think it's seen like a good win rate percentage, if I'm not mistaken, when that Why So Serious Dawn was actually been used, and I wouldn't blame them for just using that again. Oh, but
Oh my
the double
goodness, the
scarab.
double spiky wing special from
Uh,
Asham from the
yeah,
beginning up to now. Here it
yeah,
is.
and Zab's actually using the this bird right here. Pretty interesting. Um, I would give it to Zab just because of the why so serious also, and that because it has so much protection value. Well, the plant though, yeah, just because it has the slipper. Oh wow, all in with it. Okay, bug
All
splat
right.
immediately. My goodness.
Right off the bat, just not wasting any time. I mean, he had it in his hand. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Once you get that plant out of the way, it's just going to be free pickings. So yeah, it does make a lot of sense. But now with 4 mana on the side of Asham, I think he could literally just combo the front out. But with 4 energy, I doubt it. So yeah, plant out of the way. Zeb looking to make a statement and really looking good for him right now. I think he was just testing the waters when it comes to this. Are we going to be seeing a 1v3 potentially?
But yeah, I think it is because again, looking even throughout the comments right here, I would have to agree with Gunlock that's saying that this this why so serious could potentially be devastating. And yeah, I think that's it right there. That this is it. This is it moment right there because that why so serious going to deal a lot. And the swift escape. Yep, there you go. This is
Oh my
that's it.
goodness.
And there you have it.
It is
Zab
just Zeb's. Oh
is
man, I
winning.
had so much faith for Asham's comp as well, but it looks like Zeb just played it so much better. He went
Hmm.
all in when he got the chance, and that is it, you guys, for today's tournament. Best
Oh, I
of
put the wrong
3
cards.
won by
Yeah.
Zeb. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, all right, all
Asham's in
right.
the chat. GG, well played, man.
GG's in the chat.
Actually, Asham stick to what he knew. I'm not gonna lie, because I did say they could go for their double aqua comp right there, and they actually did. And but unfortunately, again, when I said that why so serious for Zab could pull him through. Gunlock even called it right there in the chat, and it just literally got the competition out of here. But again, I think both players stuck with what they knew. Asham with the double aqua comp, and then Zab with his why so serious right there was, I think, the perfect read. Not gonna lie, because I think Zab actually read into it that Asham could go for a double aqua comp right there, and it was just a good read. And they stick to what they both knew. They had their guns out, but somebody just had not really a bigger gun, but the quicker draw on it. They took the shot right there, and it was definitely settled the moment that the one that had the why so serious immediately locked it in.
Yep. Locked in for sure. Well, both of them
Mhm.
definitely did lock in for that final one. I thought
Yeah,
it's not a
definitely.
one-sided battle. I'm
It
glad
wasn't. I don't think it
because honestly,
was not.
like seeing a 2-1 victory. Yeah, sure, it's heartbreaking, but at the end of the day, both of them are going to be moving up, and this is not the last that we will be seeing of them. Everybody who participate up to the sixth place gets $10 dues in Tribally token.
And they get to advance tomorrow.
Congratulations! And tomorrow it's going to be them versus Mitsubishi. Who's going to be dethroning the king? Definitely, you do not want to miss it. And of course, don't forget to wager on tribally.games. Be
Yeah.
part of the competition. Be part of everything in here. I actually won, I think, one of my wagers out of 3. So yeah, it's a fun time. You can go for it.
But I guess it is what it is, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Taking that from a movie. And with that being said, I'm just going to see you for tomorrow because I think you
Yeah.
will be joined by, if I'm not mistaken, it's Chief. I could be mistaken, but again, it's correct. Okay, it's Chief. So yeah, I'm excited to see both of you guys, especially talk about tomorrow's matches, especially with how things are going. I'm excited to see how things unfold, and I'm excited to see also everybody else join in the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's matches. I did. It's been a long time since I've been, since I've seen Axie pretty much not stay, pretty much as I remembered it, but there's pretty much been a lot of new things in the
Yeah.
mix and more formats, which is really good. I'm happy to see that. Thank you so much for having me here, Biku. You
Hey
know,
man, hey no, honestly, let's thank our sponsors and of course
oh yeah,
E4E
definitely as well.
Tribally.games. Honestly, you have a knack for it. You literally adjusted throughout the tournament. I mean, we saw
Mhm.
triple plant and like it just looked like but yeah, you did really amazing today. And of course, thank you so much to everybody. Especially thank you to the production team that made this
Oh,
all possible.
definitely.
And of course, Tribally.games. And of course, don't forget to check out the E4E.gg website if you want to learn more about the games, the top games of Web3, E4E is the place to be. All right,
Mm.
we'll see you guys tomorrow on who will dethrone Mitsubishi. Once again, we are joined by Panda User, and my name is Biku. We'll be signing off now. Have a great night, you guys, or
You
morning, wherever the heck
guys.
you are.
Imagine a colorful world. A place made of tribes ruled by skills and quests. No makeup, no limits, no boundaries. Just good games with a pinch of rewards and a lot of fun. Enter the universe of Tribally and discover the next generation of gaming. Reality is so old school. Escape from this world and join kindred people to build your space. Tribally. Play together, win together.
You know why every day feels like my birthday? Because of my reputation on Tribally. Since I connected my gaming accounts, I have qualified for several airdrops. I receive rewards for playing my favorite games. And maybe you will find your next favorite game. Connect your wallets today and feel those birthday vibes. Thank you Tribally for these airdrops. And thanks God for these magic hands.
To everyone out there, I am something new, something powerful. You might call me a token, but I'm much more than that. I was born from the community, for the community. I represent the gamers, the loyal, the skillful, and the winners. I serve the creators, the pro players, and the builders. As our community grows in number, I too grow stronger. This is my destiny. This is what I've been programmed to do. My name is Tribal, and you'll see me soon.